Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to RetroIsland.com. The only site for everything retro. The Retro Island Network for everything retro. RetroIsland.com.
What's that cookie? 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 Down, cookie down, cookie down. What's that cookie? Down, down. What's that cookie? Down, cookie down. What's that cookie? Down. What's that cookie? What's that cookie? What's that cookie? Down. Put that cookie down! Put that cookie down!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, put that cookie down. This is Michael Burhan, and I will be your host today for I Got Gameplay from a special location somewhere in my brother's house. Because that's what I do. And speaking of being at someone's brother's house, today we have, of course, with us a returning guest, the man with the plan, and who has a tan? Yes, it's Mr. Oliver Hughes. Ollie, how's it going?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, it's all good. I do not have a tan. I'm Irish. I do not tan.
He doesn't tan well. And also, speaking of doesn't tan well, we have the gentleman from the Radio Show who's missed an episode. Kind of makes us cry. No, he was on this week, actually. He missed top-tier game reviews. Shame on you. He's Mr. Craig Kellerman.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Good. And also, speaking of sexy and Mario Kart, you can't put sexy in Mario Kart without having Travis Goss. That works somehow in my head. Yes, we have Mr. Travis Goss.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Oh, we're good. We're good, Mr. Rose-Colored Reviews, aka Rose-Colored Let's Plays, and Rose-Colored Hate My Dick. That's going to be his YouTube channel. We also have as well another gentleman, the sexiest man in radio, in a sense. Well, that's myself, of course. But he has a very sexy voice. He is Mr. Xander Skullion.
Hey, guys. How's it going today?
Hi, Xander.
So you don't sound depressed, you sound sexy. That's wrong. That's all kinds of wrong, Xander. And speaking of sexy, of course, we have a gentleman who was on last week, and he's back again, like the Renegade Master, beat bop that bit, power to the people. He is Mr. Mossh.
Hey, everyone. How y'all doing?
Oh, good, Mossh, my fellow UK head Englishman person. Yes, we're doing great today. You know, the English people are actually outnumbering the Americans at the moment. I got here, which is kind of cool. No, we got 3-3. I think we got to wait for Zack Latour to come on and destroy us with his humongous penis. But enough about that, of course. And
you talk about that far too often.
Exactly, I do. I think that's kind of. It kind of could insinuate something, like I'm homosexual or something like that. But still, let's move on, of course, with the IGG game.
Gay?
I had something in my throat.
IGG.
Wow.
That didn't make it sound better. Gaming news. So, Mr. Xander Skullion, before I make myself look like more of an idiot, what's in the news this week?
Well, something very special happened. I think I remember talking about in the last episode about the Retron 5 coming out. Well, it's finally out, and people are starting to review it, and it's getting kind of mixed reviews. There's some people saying that it's good. There's some people saying that it's meh. Supposedly there's a couple of different reports with it, like it's not 100% like they were wanting it to be. There are still some cartridges that don't play. Yep. Of course, you can't use the light gun games or light guns. And the main thing that kind of upset me a little bit was the fact that some of the battery saved games don't work, and also if you have any homebrews or repo carts, they won't work on the Retron 5, which is kind of unfortunate.
Changing the batteries in the cartridges isn't too much of a problem. The only thing is you got to get a special tool to open up the plastic cart.
The problem is though, is even if the battery, it's the fact that because the Retron 5 uses a operating system, because it's pretty much an emulator. It uses the Android operating system, and what happens is it doesn't transfer the data from the ROM of the cart to the operating system, so the saves don't work anyway.
Wait.
That
So it's
sucks.
using the Android operating system. What? Why would I just didn't? Why couldn't you just get an Ouya and emulate it that way? Why play the carts?
I have no idea.
Because playing the carts is awesome.
Yeah, but not emulating it. That just sounds really weird.
But you're emulating on the Ouya.
Yeah, but buying the carts to emulate, taking out the point of buying the carts.
Moosh, we can't hear you.
Is that any better?
Yes.
No, I was saying then, emulating it through the cart is technically taking away the point of buying the cart in the first place.
That's so true, because it doesn't make sense. It's like emulating something. Yeah, I didn't know this. I really didn't know this. That kind of defeats the object of what the Ouya was supposed to, the Retron 5 was supposed to be. It was supposed to be playing these carts, not emulating them.
Yeah, might as well be able to just download stuff on there.
Yeah, I agree. You might as well just basically dump the cart onto a disk or something and do that.
Yeah, I mean it's really weird, and I think what it does appeal to the people that are against emulation.
Yeah.
And they're kind of it's kind of like they don't most of them don't realize what they're doing. They're like, well, I'm playing it off the cart, it's still playing the game, but technically you're not playing the game. It's just taking the information from the cart and going through the operating system. That's the reason why I can upconvert. You can use save states. You can manipulate the operating system in that way. It's because it's taking that information. Of course, I mean, like the Retron 5 right now is sold out everywhere. And if you want to buy a Retron 5, I say just to wait a little bit until it comes out, because right now every site that sells them is sold out. If you go on Amazon or eBay, people are charging $100 to $200 plus its original value. I think our friend Jeremy, like, he was wanting to get a Retron 5, and he was like, man, it's up to like $200 now. And I'm like, no, man, look at the sellers. These people are buying the Retron 5 and turning around trying to flip it. And that's what's going on right now. The only thing I can say, though, about the Retron 5 that kind of makes me excited about it is it does have access to firmware updates. So some of these problems that we have, like not being able to play repo carts or homebrews or the save states, could be easily fixed through updates. So unlike most console like clones, most of them, like, once you get them in a solid state, and that's what it is. But Retron 5 does have room for improvement. So
I got a question.
That does annoy me, though, because in the whole sense, I've got to do this because they really deserve this.
Betrayal! Betrayal! Betrayed me!
But I'm sorry, you basically are using an Android emulator to emulate these games. It's not the same experience as playing the damn carts.
No. What if you go to, like, Stone Age Gamer and get one of those carts that can hold all these games? Could you play it on the Retron 5 like that, too?
Actually, you can't.
No.
That's another thing, too, because I highly recommend Pat the NES Punk. He made a very in-depth video explaining everything about it, and he used various different carts through the review, and one of them he used was the Nintendo Power Pack, which is a Nintendo cart with an SD slot, and yeah, that wouldn't work.
The thing is, what as I said, this really bugs me. This really does bug me. It's there's no difference between this and an Ouya. There really isn't, and an Ouya could probably do a lot more.
It can. I'm a proud Ouya owner, and like today, I was like, I was making those little borders. Because, like, the original games are, like, in, I believe, like, a certain perspective. It's not in widescreen. So you had those little black boxes. Well, now you can get borders and install, and you could have, like, say you're playing Super Mario World, and you can have, like, your own custom Super Mario World border around it. Or you're playing, like, an arcade game, you could download, like, the arcade cabinet, so it looks like you're playing it on the arcade. Stuff like that's really awesome. And, I mean, of course, there's more you can do on the Ouya, like watch Netflix, YouTube. You can, like, you know, it's a lot more than the Retron 5.
Yeah, for me, it just seems like a logical step. Now, with the Retron 5, it's kind of like me, for instance, saying, hey, I'm going to make a console, but I'm going to put the shell on an Android emulator so you could play your games, but not actually play your games, but emulate them. It's basically doing the same thing that your virtual console can do. You know, or the same thing that as I said, like the Ouya could do. And the Ouya is actually at a cheaper price at the moment. You could buy an Ouya for $79. I believe it's like £80 here, isn't it, Con? Yeah, something like that. So it's about that. It's ridiculous. And for me, it really, I didn't know Hyperkin were doing business like this.
And you still got to hunt down the carts.
Yeah.
Well, I think the way I look at it, if you're the kind of person that likes physical content and you like to collect carts and you like to actually put carts in a console, then and you're looking for space or you don't have those consoles anymore, the Retron 5 is the way to go. But I mean, if you're just want to preserve everything and not play your consoles and kind of keep them safe, I would just say get a Ouya.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like. It doesn't seem like it's there's no reason to really get a Retron 5, really. I mean, if it is just emulating it, might as well just get it, download stuff on your computer, even, you know.
The thing that sold me about the Retron 5 was playing imports, because I would love to, you know, get Super Famicom and Famicom games and like Mega Drive games, or even some games that came out on the UK that we never got over here. But I mean, like I said, I mean, you're going towards those high shipping prices and eBay and all the drama that goes with that when you get it downloaded on the Ouya, you know. But it's all about what kind of collector you are. I mean, some collectors they just suck their teeth at the mention of a Ouya, you know.
As I said, to me, it just doesn't sound right. For my whole thing, if it does the same, might as well play. And I know most people are like, oh, I don't like emulation. But what are you emulating? What really are you? Are you emulating what the Retron 5 is doing the same thing? It's emulating everything.
It's like calling a prostitute an escort. She's still a prostitute. It just sounds better.
Exactly. Just because I can stick my dick in her with rubber doesn't mean that I'm not sticking my dick with her and I couldn't catch diseases. So yeah, that's yeah. Let's throw it out to the panel. Am I wrong here? Do you guys disagree with me? Ollie, what do you think?
To be honest, I have no personal problem with emulators. I mean, I've got plenty of emulators on my PC, and to be honest, if this new console is just basically an emulator, you might as well just do it on your PC. There's no point going out and spending a chunk of money on something when you've got ability to do it for free already. So it just feels like they're cheating people.
No, I agree. Totally and utterly agree. It's ridiculous. It's completely and utterly ridiculous. And it sounds like cheating people, because they never said this, and I quote from the original material, that was never said that it was emulated via an Android emulator on the console itself. It was telling you all the games it could play. It was telling you all the attachments you could put on it, so you could have that same experience. But it never. Yeah, go for it.
Right. Basically, they've done.
By the way, can everyone hear him?
Barely.
Yeah, you need to come to the mic. Yeah, come up to the mic and tell us. We're sharing office space today, ladies and gentlemen. We're sharing office space.
Right. What people don't actually realise, because I've not heard anyone talk about this, is the fact that they've probably not even developed the app. It's Android, so therefore they're probably downloaded an emulator that's already ready on the Android store.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's a board. They've basically, they could play all the cartridges, but it's an Android emulator playing all these cartridges.
It's not an Android emulator. It's just playing Android off of ARM, Advanced Risk Processing Management. Basically, this isn't something new. Android players have been around a while. In fact, there are media players that have played these games. Okay, you could actually play an Android device off of a little box, plug it into your TV, it will run.
But what's the difference between this and an Ouya?
The Ouya is probably running off of a custom Linux.
No, it's an Android. Android as well.
No, but Android is Linux. This is what I'm
I'm just saying. It's a portable mobile game system.
It's a flavour of Linux.
Yeah.
It's a flavour of Linux. So they've probably customized it enough so that it looks original. Because from what I've seen in the Ouya boot screen and stuff, so I don't know anything about this Rainers 5 thing.
Yeah.
But from what I've seen on the Ouya, it boots naturally. I mean, it's in my opinion, it looks legitimate in the same way that Steam looks legitimate. If you ever go to full Steam mode, or if you use a Steam box,
okay,
for example, it will boot. And
let me ask you a question then. If it's the Retron 5 or the Ouya, which one would you go for?
Probably the Ouya. See, the thing is, this stuff is niche. Anything that can emulate other stuff, to be fair, is breaking the law. It's breaking copyright law. So yes, it's all well and good that this stuff can play emulated, what have you, but to be quite fair, what's the difference between using it on a PC and playing it on your screen? Build a media center. If you're going to go down that route, get an emulator and stick it on your PC. At least you've got better graphics cards.
And at least, the cartridge has got a limited lifespan on them. You don't really need to use the system to play your cards.
There you go.
When you can just play the same games on an emulator.
Yeah. So is that not the same thing? I mean, I'm confused. Maybe I've misunderstood something here. I don't mean to alienate anyone or...
No, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I just think we're being taken for a ride here because it seems like the Retron 5, which has been supposed to be a system that plays all your cards, it only emulates that experience.
Made in China.
There you go. Right,
ugly as hell.
Yeah, and it is. It's not ugly, but the thing I see is I don't.
A Famicom with jetpacks. That's what I think it looks like.
Kind of that, yeah. So again, I'm not a fan of it. I would rather go a different route. So let's ask you, Travis. What do you think?
As a guy who actually does have a collection of NES, Super Nintendo,
Who cares
and
what Travis?
Genesis.
I'm joking, Travis.
It doesn't matter.
Go on, Travis.
I just think that, I'm just going to go on the opposite side of the spectrum. I think this would be, I know that a lot of people do emulation and they put games in their computers, which is fine. If that's what people want to do, cool. More power to them. But I think this would be more of a cost-effective thing if a person is starting to collect games and they can't afford to go out and get all these old retro systems, get an NES or import like a Super Nintendo or a Super Famicom or whatnot. I think this would be a nice alternative. I don't really think too strong. I don't feel too strongly about what it uses in order to get the games going on the system. If it plays them, it plays them. I really could care less. If it does its job, then that's all I worry. That's all I care about.
You know what though? But if you are collecting, you're trying to play it on the old hardware too. You know what I mean? You want the retro experience by playing it on the cart, but what you're essentially doing is just emulating it again. So it kind of defeats the purpose.
I kind of understand Travis's point of view though, because let's face it, not everyone's computer savvy either. Not everyone. Some of the emulators, doing a basic emulator like NES, Super NES, stuff like that, it's really, really easy. But once you start getting in...
Hold that thought for a second. We've got a caller.
All right.
519-533 area code. So let's have a look. Caller, you are on I Got Gameplay.
Oh, I got gameplay. Do you?
Have you? Hello, Jeremy. It's Jeremy McDougall from Top Tier Game Reviews. Hello, Jeremy. Xander,
what's up, guys?
We'll ask Jeremy a question. So go for it, Xander.
No, what I was gonna say real quick, I can't remember. I was talking about Travis with the emulators.
Yeah.
Once you start getting into TurboGrafx, CDs, and you start going into PlayStation and stuff like that, it gets kind of cumbersome if you're not computer savvy. So I can understand someone wanting to get the Retron 5 that don't really understand computer operating systems. It's a little bit more
thing is, PlayStation,
easier.
It doesn't play PlayStation games, right?
But you know what I'm saying though, some people don't know how to download emulators. That's what I'm trying to get at. Some people.
No, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Now let's put a question to our guest here, Jeremy. Jeremy, what do you think? Do you think the Retron 5 is worth the money?
I haven't actually even seen what it does. So, I don't know. If it has the actual hardware and it's not just emulation, I say that would probably be a good option to go if you have carts and want it conveniently all in one spot. But if you're looking for pure emulation, you might as well go with the Ouya. And from what I've seen, it's a damn fine piece of machinery.
And a fine piece of that.
Hello, by the way.
Yes, I thought I was going to segue and introduce you, actually. Well, gentlemen, we've got a special guest on the panel today, Mr. Lawn Boys post-1975, a.k.a. Dave Wade.
No, I really wish you wouldn't call me by my real name. I don't like it.
Okay, but it is the home of Dave.
It is the home of Dave. You can call me Dave, just, don't put my surname out there.
Let's call him Dave and Shirley, because he is Shirley on set.
No, I have a quick question. I know I just literally popped in on this and what you're talking about, but so are they still tweaking it, or did the Retron finally get a proper release, and do we have a confirmed price?
It is
it's
out.
It's insanely fucking overpriced right now.
It's $140 right now.
What? Went up 10
on
from
Hyperkin.
last week.
I thought the thing was when they first announced it was going to be like 100. Well, in our country, it's going to be like an 80 quid or $100 one solution fits all problems. No, it's creeping up there.
That's like $200. Doesn't even
Go
do
look
its
on
job
eBay.
right.
Go look on eBay. It's like 300 and something to 500 and something.
Oh yeah, but that's
Dave,
just cash flow,
Android
isn't it?
emulated. It's not even it doesn't play these games properly. It emulates the games.
Hang on a minute. Yeah, but all right, I'm not completely up to date on this because obviously I have all the systems that it. Oh, I felt so bad now. I didn't know this. I feel cheap now that I didn't know this. That they emulate it. I have all the systems that it plays, but I thought the whole point of it was it had like. I don't know how it would work. Again, people, you can laugh at me and flick me in the nuts with a wet towel and stuff, but I thought the whole purpose of it was combined hardware.
That's the thing. It's not even that. It uses an Android system to emulate
fucking Android?
Yeah.
Basically, it's a glorified emulator wrapped around in a nice shiny plastic case.
Yeah, it's a glorified Ouya.
Oh, I'm really annoyed now. I was actually going to buy one, but...
I am on the website, and it does say that the fact that it's an emulator actually boosts the quality of the graphics. That's one of the reasons they did it.
Yeah, but I don't want
now
better graphics.
720p.
Do you know what I mean? That's them kind of covering their own, fucking piss soap lies. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want better graphics. I buy something to play the original hardware because I want it to look like the original hardware. That's like using a 3D effects card on a fucking PlayStation 1. No, I don't want that.
Oh, by the way, Retro Arnim says happy birthday, Dave. Speaking of that...
It's the joke that just keeps on giving.
It does. Got Zack Latour on the show. Zack, Mr. Penis that eats 1,000 worlds. How are you doing today?
Good. What's going on, homos?
We're talking about the Retron 5, actually, and we're going to probably end that conversation quite quickly. The Retron 5, what's your take on the system? It's Android emulated. It emulates these consoles. It's going up a higher price now in terms of what people are paying for it. What do you think?
I think the idea of it is fucking awesome. I have so many consoles. I have a Super Nintendo, a Nintendo Genesis. I have all this shit, and it's taking up so much room, and all these power plugs and all this stuff.
Point, yeah.
So having all in one, I think is awesome. But there are issues that I'm guessing you guys were talking about. One thing that I'm confused about why they chose to do it is why can't you have all of the games in their slots at once and just pick which one you want to play? Only one game can be in at a time.
Because no one likes both their slots rammed at once. Sorry.
But I think it's cool. One thing I think is really cool is that it has internal memory. So if your batteries are dead, it'll save it onto the system, which I think is fucking awesome.
Oh, hang on. So if your lithium battery in the cartridge has gone tits up, it'll actually back it up to the system.
Yep, it will. Yeah.
That's quite cool. I do like that.
Quite a lot.
Retron just pointed this out. He basically stated that the Retron 5 is at the moment in the UK it stands at £80. It might be a bit high over here now because they are putting up in the States as well. And the Super Retro Trio does everything the Retro 5 does, doesn't emulate, and it has sort of a front-end USB sort of controller and cartridge and all that stuff as well.
But what is? I'm not familiar with that. Go on, Mike.
Yeah, he's saying, and it's basically £50.
So what is it? It's like...
It's an emulator, right, so the Retron 5 is basically an emulator that is Android fronted.
No, I get that, but the other one you were saying.
The Retro Trio plays, I believe, the SNES, Genesis, GBA Advance, and NES games as well. And
it's all right, Mike. We're amongst friends. You can see me.
I'm asking you, Mr. Retro Unlim, does it play the EverDrives and stuff as well? And it's not an emulator. It doesn't emulate. It actually plays the games via the
hardware.
The hardware. So there you go. If you're looking for a cheaper alternative, go for the Super Retro.
Better alternative, may I add. Then, in fact, the fact that you've just mentioned it, I think I might have a Sammy.
And just for our caller who's just left, Mr. Jeremy McDougall, join him on Top Tier Game Reviews every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on the Retro Island Network. And Xander, you were on there quite recently, weren't you?
Oh yeah, I had a blast with him and Travis. We freaking gushed about Castlevania. That was a freaking fun time.
So if you want to hear some fanboys have some bonerific Castlevania stories, make sure that you tune in.
Isn't that necrophilia?
Wow, what a horrible night to have a boner.
Anyway, actually, I wanted to say one other thing. Also, you can use if you plug in an NES controller, Super Nintendo controller, or Genesis controller, you can use either of the controllers with any of the games. And one other thing I wanted to talk about was this thing has a Game Boy slot built into it. So you can play Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games. And if you look at right now, a Game Boy player for the GameCube, you can find the piece of plastic like anywhere for like $5. The disc though is like $40. Yeah. So this incorporates it right into it.
Well, that's another thing. I could do all this with a New York. I don't see the point of buying a Retron 5.
I think you just sold me on it a little bit there. I mean, I don't want to emulate, and I understand what you're saying. Cause, I mean, I do emulate. That video I did a couple of months ago.
No, but it kind of defeats the object of the purpose of this console.
Oh, I know, but look at me. I've just done an immediate 180. It's like he says, the space issue is brilliant because literally walking around my room right now is like walking around fucking Normandy. There's mines and shit everywhere. It's like standing on upside down Lego bricks. There's so much shit connected. And I have masking tape on my plugs that says this is my NES. This is my Mega Drive. But
no, we all have that.
Yeah, this is my flashlight. What?
Yeah.
And you're a sicko.
Yes, I am.
For my sex doll. Sorry, wrong podcast.
Yeah, this is my lovely Neo Geo AES. Oh, whoops. It got me.
I mean, pocket pussy. I mean, Neo Geo.
But you know what I mean? It's convenient in a sense like that. But the fact that it's weird because I don't want it to be emulation because I would buy an Ouya. No, that sounds like I've just polluted the ocean, like BP. I would buy an Ouya because it is what it is. It said it's emulation. I would like a Retron, but I didn't want it to be emulated, if you know what I mean. But also at the same time, the fact that you can flip, which I'm pretty sure you could do with the original hardware, the control pads, like you just mentioned, sounds absolutely fantastic. Does that mean it's got a slot on the front for every different
variation?
Yeah, it has
controllers for the PC, and they're like 10. I believe they're 10, 15 quid.
Have you seen the actual controller that's designed for it?
Yeah, it's based on an SNES controller, but it's wireless.
Please, Michael, we're amongst friends. You can call it the SNES.
It's got 6 face buttons, though, right?
Yeah, that's one of the things I don't like about it is their controller. The controller, like, it looks really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it's got like a micro switch analog stick, kind of like the Neo Geo Pocket, which is really nice, but it doesn't look like it's as good as the Neo Geo Pocket.
The Neo Geo Pocket's analog stick was absolutely absolutely fantastic.
One question to ask Xander as well. Xander, can you use your light guns on it? No,
you can't.
And
also you can't use like if you weren't to use a multi-tap for your or the
Who's got the Joker in the background? Sorry.
But no, like there's some of the accessories for Nintendo, like the multi-taps or something where you had to plug in both ports to use the unit, even the NES Advantage. You can't use it on it because there's a plug on each side. It's not together, you know what I'm saying? There's an NES plug on one side and one on the other, so if you're using any accessories that has to use 2 plugs at the same time, you're shit out of luck.
Oh, that's a bit shit.
So there you go.
You got to map all the buttons to all the consoles too.
We're trying to sell this today.
Well, I guess you could get an extension cable.
Yeah, you could do that.
Because I know they sell like extension cables for NES controllers.
But that's far more effort than you need.
But
I'm a lazy person. That's a little bit more for me than I want to stretch for.
Again, Mr. Retro Anim just pointed out that the Super Retro Trio is a lot cheaper, and you can use light guns on it.
Well, you can you? I'm taking it you have to use it on a CRT telly, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And is it region free?
Well, the thing is, the light guns work because of the CRTs reflect the light back.
Oh no, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, the HD TVs you just can't. It won't work.
I just wish someone would make some amazing tool, because let's be honest, if you could use a light gun other than the Wii, because the Wii's great. I love the Wii, but never mind. Oh, sorry, I love the Wii, especially when I've had 9 pints. But
well, as long as me and Xander are in agreement of the fact, at least we're not going to buy that overpriced IGN piece of shit. What was that called again, Xander?
Oh, that Analog NT.
Analog NT.
The $400 NES and like space casing.
Dave, you literally should have seen the advert for it. It's IGN going.
Hang on. You're taking the piss, right?
No, literally. These guys developed it, and IGN, I've got a funny feeling, they're in the back pocket of it, because they sat there and did a video plugging it, going, it's amazing, it does it in true HD, and, you know, I don't care if you guys don't want to buy it, I'll buy it, because it allows me to play my NES games in HDMI, it upscales everything, and it's not emulated.
For $400, I want a fucking hand job, not a fucking computer that fucking lets me play old school system in HD. That's so expensive.
My 30 pixels and fucking 136 colors in HD. Woo!
Yeah,
exactly.
You upscale
some stuff should not be upscaled.
Yeah,
it's going to look like wank.
Yeah, well,
I agree with that.
It looks really crisp and colourful. They never even showed any footage as well. It made me laugh. Did you see? Xander pointed me out to the advert. Xander pointed me to the advert. It was hilarious because me and him were just sitting there looking at it, and he's like, "Check this out." Literally, the IGN guys just sitting there going, "Don't buy it. Just don't buy it. We don't care if you don't buy it, but it's amazing. We're true hardcore gamers. We're true collectors. We want this. That's what we want." And I'm just sitting there like. It's like they're trying to sell you an old age pensioner as a prostitute.
Well, but also, if they're true hardcore gamers, then they wouldn't buy the fucking thing in the first place. They're just completely pissed on their own chips. They've been hypocritical.
But yeah, Xander, you were saying?
Well, I was going to say was the company that made this Nintendo. I mean, they are kind of a high-end company anyway. Because I'm pretty sure all you guys are familiar with the NVS consoleized system. Made by this company. It's the same people that make those NVS Neo Geo consoles made of like exotic woods and shit. They're making it.
Are they the people that make NESs into toasters?
Yeah.
No. That guy was actually awesome.
Well, they made...
wasn't it like Vomit Saw or whatever?
I was too drunk once.
I
actually stuck an NES game in my toaster because I was confused and it didn't work.
As long as you weren't sexually confused by sticking the penis.
Whenever I think about you, Burhan, I become confused.
Yes, everyone does. So yeah, it's literally that. At least it's not that. So if you like the Retron 5, guys, let us know. Send us your reviews. You can catch us on Facebook.com/IGotGameplay. Let us know about the Retron 5 and your feelings behind this console. For me, I'm going to be on the other side of the fence. I'm not buying it until they prove me otherwise. Maybe Hyperkin will probably end up patching the console so you can use the old variables. The light guns or something, or use an alternative.
You know what? Never say never, because every time I take a stance in the sand, if you will, or usually at some point if one comes along cheap enough, I cave. But I'm very, very disappointed. You know, I know I was late to this call, but I'm very disappointed that it's emulation.
Yeah, it basically.
At least the Ouya says I'm emulation. You know, it says on the phone that fucking shit.
Is the Retron free emulation?
That's the thing. Is a Retron 3? Who bought a Retron 3 out of you guys? Xander, you've got one, haven't you?
No, I've played them though, and this is not emulated. But then again, it's not as compatible as the Retron 5.
I like the fact he went compatible. You could actually see him in the background holding his hands up in the air.
I heard a sigh there.
Making the fingers not compatible.
But no, like I still want to get a Retron 5 just for space issues because I do want to pack.
That's a selling point.
I do want to pack my systems up, and because where I have a shelf full of my consoles, I can put them in my closet in a nice like container with bubble tape, and I can put another shelf and fill it up with more games. That's the way I think of it.
Yeah,
so.
Very true. So
my concern. Sorry, my concern is though with the Retron 5 is a lot of people are concerned about games like Castlevania 3 or Star Fox running on the system, see if they would run. I actually
they work. They work.
That's good. I just got them watching Gamester 81 test out some games. He even tested out Yoshi's Island, which I thought, oh man, if this system will run.
Thank you
Yoshi's
for pronouncing
Island.
it correctly, by the way. Can I just say that it's something that gets on my tits in this country. People in England say Yoshi. No.
No one says Yoshi.
Yeah, I don't say Yoshi. I say Yoshi.
Well,
say Yoshi because that's how it's supposed to say.
I guess it's a Bristolian thing, and everyone I live next to is a thick bastard. But
maybe the people you know just have poor grammar.
Yeah. Oh, you've
call Guile
neighbor.
Gully.
Oh, do you know why he actually went? Oh, yeah.
They call M. Bison Mabuson.
No, they didn't call him Gully. They actually called him Gilly. And I said, like, seriously, even as a child, when I had my import Japanese Street Fighter 2, I said, don't call him Gilly. It sounds like Willy, and that just makes me feel sick.
they call Vega.
Yeah.
He can.
I'll happily play with Guile, but I won't play with Gilly because then I'm playing with Willy.
Go play with your Gilly.
Yeah. What are you saying, Travis? We totally just derailed what you were just mentioning.
Sorry.
No, that was just my concern if the system would run those games, that's all.
Okay, well, moving on from that. Xander, do you have any more news for us?
Not really, other than Mario Kart 8's freaking slamming everything right now.
Add me in.
Just like a transsexual on the wall party.
You're so gifted with words, Mike.
Basically, as most people don't know, the Wii U sales over here in the UK have actually gone up 666%, raising because of the fact solely of Mario Kart 8. People have been buying the special Mario Kart 8 bundles with the free hats. I've got my lovely Mario hat at home, get my Luigi hat. I actually bought them from the Nintendo store for about £3. Pretty good. You can also, basically, the sales of the game sold...
Who's having a party in the background?
Is that me? It's probably Zach. Zach always has a party. He's the party animal of the group. So, the game itself has sold over 2.5 billion units over here in the UK, and in Japan it's climbing up the charts as well and outselling. So that's the big thing, guys. What does everyone think of that? So we'll go to you, Zach, because I don't hear much about Mario Kart from you. So let's find out your opinion, Zach. What do you think of this?
It's good. I've been playing racing games recently. Like I was playing Speed Racer for the Wii, stuff like that. And I don't know. It's like when I first played it, I was like, it's okay. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's.
I hate you.
It's jizz-worthy, but it's good.
It is amazing.
I just
totally
don't
jizz-worthy.
Dave, calm down.
I don't think so. I feel like I'd rather play Sonic Racing Transformed or whatever the fuck that game's called than this. I feel like this is just trying to do what that's doing, and it's just not doing it as good. I mean, the other one you get to turn into a fucking boat. This you just get a propeller on your back, and it fucking sends you forward underwater. I mean, I don't know. It's good. It just didn't blow my mind.
Okay, Dave?
I'm just currently wiping the jizz off my copy of Mario Kart 8 because I think it's absolutely fantastic and amazing. But, good point you just raised, which is, it's interesting because when I played it for the first time, my brain did actually think, and I know it's kind of it's a contradiction in terms because obviously Sonic Transformed is basically based on original Mario Kart, but yeah, Sonic Transformed is absolutely a fantastic game, particularly because mine was free. But yeah, no, I get what you mean. It's not treading new ground. I don't know. But then I think it's sometimes a franchise that's so strong and established, and is jizz-worthy. If I can polish my bone into it. It sometimes people want progression in stuff, but sometimes if you just live up to what you say you do on the tin, which is I'm a perfect reflection of why you fell in love with Mario Kart, then job done to me. Plus it's an 8D, and
Yeah, can I ask a question? When did Charles Manson become a public figure?
Since they decided to let him go.
He's a complete and utter nut job who killed loads of people.
Well, he didn't kill anybody.
I don't think he actually killed anybody. He convinced other people to kill people.
He did it with his mind powers.
Mind.
He's a Jedi.
So he's a Jedi. There we go. This is just fucking weird. Okay, so
These aren't the killers you're looking for.
People admire a fucking psychopath. So there we go. But going back on America, I just saw this. Someone's put an update saying, "Oh my god, they're letting him go," and I'm just like, anyway.
I'm still really annoyed. Hence my video that I put up, which was I am still, even though it didn't give me a copyright strike as such, but I am really annoyed that I fucking used their mode in it to do a YouTube video, and the minute I did it, they immediately turned around and said, thanks for using our function to make a YouTube video. By the way, we own this. You don't own this. It's like, oh, that was nice of you, Nintendo. Because if you told me that in the first place, I just would have fucking filmed it with my camcorder and not made it in your fucking video game.
Yeah, well, it's the tricky thing about Nintendo is like they take 2 steps forward and 10 steps back. I think they still haven't understood the fact that sending copyright strikes to people who are promoting your product doesn't help you.
It's like slapping someone in the nuts with a wet towel who said, "I want to promote you for free. It's going to cost nothing." I'm not big or popular or anything, but that video got like 600 views in 2 days. So essentially, possibly I've sold the game to someone, if you know what I mean. So seriously, Nintendo, back the fuck off, because I can't believe you said, by the way, Dave, thank you for using our function or our feature, our functionality or feature to make a YouTube video with this game, because it's nice, because in a sense it does it in HD and it does all the difficult work for you. And it uploads it super quick, but then the minute you go to your video manager and this that, when you get that little piece of text that's in red, and when you get stuff in red in YouTube, the first thing you think is, oh Christ, I've got a strike, haven't I? It was just like, seriously, Nintendo. Like as you said, Mike, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's like you were so close to having the perfect game or feature.
They should just get Paula Abdul to do the E3 stage show. That would really work.
Well, Peter Griffin saying, because I am just like a cat.
Yes. So let's ask another member of our panel here. Mossh, you've been a bit quiet, so let's ask you. What do you think of the Mario Kart 8 sales? Do you think it's a good thing?
Oh, yeah, obviously it's a fucking amazing thing. But the main good thing for me is it's selling more Wii U's, it's pushing Nintendo forward, and it something as well to do with E3. It might push them to show more at E3 because this is doing so well.
Oliver's just sending me Facebook messages saying, "Say banana now." It's on the show. It's on the show. So let's ask another question to our guys here as well. What about Xander? I know you play this a lot. You've been playing it a lot with one of your friends on YouTube. I keep asking.
Like euphemism for masturbation. Sorry.
You don't let me play with you, Xander. But yes. So
yeah. If you guys are on my Facebook or if you're on the Excess Game Podcast, if you're on the Excess Game Podcast group page, then you guys know I've been actually getting my ass handed to me with one of my friends. Me and her's been playing, and she's beat me 20 times. I've beat her once, but I still love the game.
Did she allow you to beat her once?
I think she did.
Aww.
But no, like it's a fantastic game. I really like it. It's the first time I've been able to actually sit down and play my Wii U in a while, because last game I played was Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I beat that, and then I just quit playing it because I didn't have anything else to play for it. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a good turning point for Nintendo, because I mean, I think it's the best little turning point with E3 right around the corner, to get people excited about Nintendo again,
Very, very true.
And also, it's funny because I watched that brilliant Larry Bundy Jr. video, and where he says, he goes, oh, people are saying it's the game that's going to sell the system or turn it around, and he goes, no one game sells a system, in the sense that, because, you can like Street Fighter 2 on the SNES and stuff like that, and he's right, no one game sells the system, but this one actually looks like it is the game that's selling the system.
Really is, yeah. I don't really think a game sells a system, but you do get that hot app. You do get that game that kind of defines the system. Like, with the Xbox, you had like Halo, or like with the
PlayStation,
Super Nintendo.
Wipeout.
Yeah, you had those games that that made you want to go out and buy the system. I think that's Mario Kart 8 right now. Like people are like, holy shit, I need to get a Wii U because
I'm just
I want
very
to play
happy
that.
because I've always been a man, and it was my conscious choice not to go next gen. Nothing wrong with people who do. I didn't believe the hype, and I'm one of the few people who completely advocate, and I love and adore my Wii. And in fact, if I had to get rid of every system I own right now, but could only keep one, I would still keep my Wii in a jar in the window after I've taken a slash. Sorry, but I've always loved the Wii U, and I think it's an absolutely fantastic system. And it's like this game to me is like finally, because you're selling the system. Now, possibly, will we get third-party support, or will people jump on or finally appreciate and understand that it's a brilliant system? Because, and I've talked to you about this before, haven't I, Mike? Which is, I thought this was a gimmick. I was, when it got announced, I slagged it off. But you don't appreciate what a decent piece of hardware the pad is until you play it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The system itself, I love the pad. I was like playing Mario Kart 8 while my brother was doing whatever the hell he was doing on TV, watching the Street Fighter Machinima short series that was out there. Street Fighter, what was it called, Xander?
There's a game called Street Fighter Xander? Oh, I'm on board.
Yes.
Is it Assassin's Fist or something like that?
Well, yeah, the show? Are you talking about it's Street Fighter Assassin's Fist.
Yeah, it was basically
sounds like a porno. Sorry.
It's by the Hyper Fight team, the choreography group. I've gone with it. They've done like a series of Street Fighter shorts. So I was watching that, playing my Wii U. Get loads and at the moment, guys, before July. Now I keep plugging this.
You still didn't send me a link, by the way,
Anybody wants to buy Mario Kart 8, if you want to buy the game before July, get the game. Because by July 20th, you will no longer have the option to claim a free game once you purchase this
I
game.
know, it completely blew me away when I actually and I mentioned it in a video. Because I had massive. I know now that it was because Nintendo were having server problems at the time that it did. I guess it was because everyone was downloading their free game, but it wouldn't let me download it to my memory. It wouldn't let me download it to my SD card. I had to scrape and find a USB stick, a 16 gig one, and this is how much I wanted my free game. I wiped it, and it's actually the backup file for my fucking computer. And so I finally got to download it thanks to Chris, Wicked Clowns, a little shout out to him, who helped me on Skype doing it. But I thought it was going to be like cheesy shit. I thought it was going to be like, we're just going to, try and use this as an excuse just to get rid of all crap out the wardrobe. But it was some pretty shit hot titles.
Yeah, they're all pretty much AAA titles.
Yeah, and the funny thing about it is, well, with the UK, we're getting a lot more sort of bang for our buck. We get like games like One for 103 and One for 101, where in the States they've only got, I believe you guys have only got 4 games to choose from.
What? Right.
Yeah, 4 games.
Yeah.
Well, we got like 8, 9, something.
Yeah.
We got 9. We
got basically brand new games. Sonic the Lost World, which is only a PC title. One for 101, another title that's been out for, I believe.
Wind Waker. Please tell me you get Wind Waker HD in the States.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's the game I plumped for, and I have to say, I know it's the GameCube game which I had and I loved, and sadly I was that twat who sold it. And mine was the one that came with Ocarina of Time,
Yeah.
And I really regret it, but it's funny, but something as simple as that. Because it's cell shaded and it looked brilliant in the first place, and then they make it HD, and it's just like, my God, this game looks absolutely amazing, and all you've done is made it, 1080p.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's a really, really good deal. So, guys, if you want the free game, you're basically paying £40.
It makes the game half price, technically.
Yes, basically. You're paying £20 for Mario Kart 8 and £20 for a downloadable game of your choice. It's got some great titles over here in the UK. In America as well, they've got some great titles as well to go and choose from. Do it now. The one thing I will say...
Do it now.
Do it now. I will say to Nintendo, and a little bit of advice is, take away your regional. If you're going to do UK exclusives or US exclusive stuff, take away your regional. Because I'm sorry, there's
no need for it. There really is no need for it.
And it's like the bundle that we got over here, people were screaming for it over in the States. the special edition bundle. It's ridiculous.
Well, I was going to say, too, for anyone that buys Mario Kart 8, in order to get your free game, you do have to register it on Club Nintendo. I have actually a really funny story because I don't do any of the Club Nintendo stuff. Like, I'm too lazy.
I'm with you on that one.
I don't put in all the codes. I don't do all the surveys. What I do is if I buy a new Nintendo game that's got codes, like a Nintendo codes, I give it to my friend. I give it to her. And what happened was I bought Mario Kart 8, and I'm like, hey, you know what this means? You're getting Nintendo points. So I gave her my Nintendo points, and then when I decided I wanted to download my game, I found out that I couldn't.
She used it, and you couldn't.
Well, she registered it. She didn't buy any of the games. But what's funny though is she felt bad, so she ended up getting me Minecraft. So it's all good.
There you go. It's not a Nintendo game, but
I agree with you on the being too lazy, which is you do. Nintendo are quite good with stuff like that. And the only reason I register stuff for Club Nintendo is because they do give you stuff. But the problem I find with it, because you have to do it on your Wii U, or I have to apparently, my computer won't let me, is I get tired of scratching the foil off and then spending 20 minutes to add one fucking game in because I have to answer a list that basically says, what's your sexual preference? Are your eyes blue or brown? Do you know what I mean? It's this bunch of unrelated bullshit questions. And it makes it so long and lengthy that half my Wii U games, I gave up putting the codes in, even though I did it for this because I got a free game, but I gave up putting the codes in because, quite frankly, it was just like, you know what? I could drive downtown and back again and buy a fucking game in a shorter amount of time than it takes me to put bloody code in.
I've never used Club Nintendo points for anything that I've ever bought from Nintendo.
Well, then you can send all of them to me.
I could. I have a lot of them.
You couldn't, though, because they're region locked, even the codes.
Yeah. Everything is region locked, and it's silly. As I said, Nintendo, if you're going to play this game, then you've got to allow everybody to access to your material. Because imagine how many people would have been buying the special edition bundle from the UK, importing it in order to basically play the game on their Wii U systems. Because I know a lot of people who wanted it, and Nintendo's losing out on sales. Either do that or release it everywhere. I have no idea why the United States did not get this bundle. It makes me really annoyed, in a sense. I had my bundle that I got had a nice blue shell, a great red shell keyring, and because of the fact that the delivery...
My bundle's massive unless it's cold.
But I'm chuffed. And also, because of the fact that they messed up, I managed to get 4 games for the price of 1.
Oh, you sexy beast.
Which one you're giving to me?
Yes, to play on.
Well, the funny thing on region lock and shit like that is, and I did a gameplay of it yesterday or the day before, but I actually found it, and I can't believe, I don't know how this ended up in a charity shop. I found a Japanese Xbox 360 game in a charity shop.
I saw that, and you know what? That's a fantastic shooter, by the way.
Yeah, it's amazing, and it was £3. And I bought it, and I mean, because the 360 is region locked, and I bought it simply because, even if it didn't run, my brain just went, if I don't buy a Japanese 360 game in a charity shop for £3, first of all, that's £3. It's not going to help some, charity, and I would be an absolute C-word for not doing it. But second of all, I just want a Japanese 360 game, stuck it in my Xbox, crossed my fingers, winced, and it booted up.
Woo!
That was cool. When you get the
shooter.
When you get the achievements, this makes me sound like such a lame tard, I know, but when your achievements pop up in Japanese, I'm like, oh, it's so cool.
What I was going to ask, though, is that shooter, it's a Cave shooter, correct? It's made by Cave, or is it made by Treasure?
It's made by, hang on, where is it? Oh, when you play Jenga, that's currently my pile of Xbox games, so I've got to be very careful. I would. Oh shit! PlayStation 1 games don't fall over. I don't know, because if I pull anything else out of my game collection right now, it's going to be like the pin on a grenade.
That's no big deal. But yeah, I was going to say,
it's such a nice game. It's really, really nice, and I didn't realize until a few people left comments, which was you can expand the screen, and I didn't know, because I was just my brain just went, it worked, and it's Japanese. Job done. I'm happy.
Kind of makes me think about those Raiden games.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, freaking love Raiden. Or is it Raiden?
But it's potato, tomato. It's that perfect 50% camp where people argue with each other.
Well, moving on from that, guys, because we've got a lot to cover now. Let's go on to a bit of news from Disney Infinity. Apparently, they're releasing a 2.0 edition. It's been leaked, where it has the Marvel superhero figures. So if you're a Marvel fan and you have a copy of Disney Infinity, you can actually buy the Marvel bundle, which includes a free Marvel superhero figure with it as well. So you get a Marvel superhero figure, you get the Marvel starter pack, and that basically release date is on the 23rd of September 2014. So yay for those who like Disney Infinity.
What side
Never
of Marvel
played it. Don't get it. Other than, isn't it like, I don't know.
My kids love it. It's like Minecraft and Skylanders.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Isn't it like Skylanders in the sense you buy a figure or something and you slap it on something stupid, and which doesn't I can live without that. But the minute you just told me that it's got Marvel, I'm like, as long as you give me fucking Venom or Black Suit Spidey, I'm sold.
Guess what? Venom's in it.
What side of Marvel? Is it the X-Men side? Is it the Spider-Man side?
It's the Avengers.
The Avengers side.
The Avengers and Spider-Man. So you get Captain America, you get Venom, Hawkeye is in it as well. So that's good. Disney are catering to all fans, and it's about time they've got the Marvel universe. They may eventually put Star Wars into it as well.
Oh yeah, I was just about to mention that. Yeah.
Actually, no, that won't be cool because Disney own it now, and that I'm going to say it. Sorry, they're going to ruin it.
So yeah, that's a good thing. And moving on from there, Craig, do you have some news for us?
Yeah, I got some news. Michael Thomason, the guy who owns the biggest video game collection in the world, thanks to Guinness Book of World Records, is selling his whole collection off. And he put it on the other day at $1 bid. And I guess it's up to like $250,000 now.
Does that mean once he sells it, he'll be out of the Guinness Book of Records?
Yeah, he must have a very, very angry missus.
Yeah. I mean, this guy's got a whole basement full of games. I guess he's selling them all. It's all one bundle, though. He's not selling them individually.
Yeah, Zach, what are you saying?
Right. Yo, Dave, on the actual auction, it said that the title of the Guinness Book title comes with the lot.
Oh
yeah. I mean, it does. I mean, because you will be the owner of it.
Buy it for that, aren't they? To get their name in the book.
Say if you got a spare 250 grand, 300 grand, peeps.
Yeah.
You could go out there and do that.
It's under my mattress ever since the
Damn, oh my God.
Prices. I keep my money
It's definitely going to go up farther than that.
Yeah, I believe it will hit $1 million.
Yeah. It's definitely going up higher than $250K.
Yeah. It's worth something like
I don't know if
$800,000.
but
would it reach the same price of the the very few copies of Tetris on the Mega Drive or Genesis that exist? Because I spotted one of those on eBay once for $1 million.
$1 million.
You know the one I'm talking about, which was kind of like an inside. They made it. They developed it.
The Tengen one.
Oh no! This was like an internal Sega thing that they did to reward their long-term programmers. So they made a version of Tetris, and nice box art and everything. Even a manual, but it was never intended for release. And there's like literally 6 copies of it. So I'm sure someone's gonna, rape my knowledge on this right now, in the comments or whatever. But no, there's so few copies, and one popped up on eBay, and it was £1 million. And what made me laugh was because I do stupid anal things, but I do stupid anal things anyway. But I was doing stupid anal things on eBay that day, and I thought, wow, do I buy this game or do I buy an island?
Yeah.
But yeah, actually one of those games. It's really difficult to get if you want to find a ROM. And again, emulation has its place, but it's really difficult to get a ROM for as well.
So, Ollie, you want to say something?
I was going to say, if you've got that sort of money to throw around, I mean, it's a nice position to be in, to have that choice.
Yes, I agree with you on that one.
If you have $1 million just to throw away on a piece of plastic, there's got to be something better you could put your money into.
You know what would be brilliant if you are that bloke who has that money? I like to think that if I had a bank account that let me, write these kind of checks, I just thumb through the newspaper and just look at stuff and go, I could buy you. I could afford you. Next page. Just thumb through and just...
Then next page, some guy's selling his game collection. I'll just buy it from him and keep it in
Oh,
storage.
look, Katie Price. Maybe I could spend £1 million and buy Katie Price some credibility.
You could save all those Coney kids.
Yeah. And let's put £1 million just to basically,
The thing is, though, on a kind of serious but ultimately sad in the sense that it's everything that's wrong with humanity and why as a species we're fucked. If you actually got your hands on that, if you you ran into a charity shop, because never say never, you don't know what thick tard would sell it, but if you walked into a charity shop and you bought one of those, 6 copies of Sega Tetris, you could retire on it.
Probably could, actually.
You could retire off the back of a video game.
Yeah, but you gotta, somebody's gotta actually buy it, though.
Xander, you okay there?
Oh, yeah, my mic was...
Oh. Did you electrocute yourself, Xander?
No, he just had a quick shave.
In other news, guys, there's a current scam going on with Steam. Fair warning out there, VGU reports that they're telling you someone is basically doing a circular telling you to share your personal Steam link, and you'll receive points that can be traded using Steam cards to spend in the store. The marketing has been popular recently to many reputable companies using the method to gain interest in their products. Unfortunately, it's a scam. So the offer is too good to be true, and it is too good to be true. They're offering cards for sharing a link to the website and not giving card codes. The intention is the site is not yet known, but the rumors of malware, spyware have been circulating around. So guys, if anybody's posting something in regards to free Steam codes like we usually get on the HCG forum, don't give in to it. It's all crap.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Yeah, exactly. You could lose some personal information, so don't do that. Zach, have you got some news for us? Zach? You there?
I actually don't have any news.
Oh, Travis?
Yeah, I got something.
Yeah, I don't have any news.
Stay there and look sexy, then, Zach. Travis, what about you?
Former Bungie music composer Marty O'Donnell is suing Bungie Studios president Harold Ryan for unpaid benefits. According to O'Donnell, the company failed to pay him unpaid vacation time, paid time off, and other benefits it allegedly promised to pay after his departure from Bungie.
Seriously?
Yep. O'Donnell was released without cause from his position as audio director on April 11th, according to the filing.
It sounds like a messy breakup.
Pretty much.
Mossh, you going to say something?
No, well, microphone.
So, what does everyone else think in the panel? Do you think it's a messy breakup, or do you think it's just two groups moaning at each other?
Yeah, it's tit for tat, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Well, you said something about my mum, and I didn't agree with him, so I'm going to say something about his mum. Your mum's a slag. Do you know what I mean?
It's interesting because for all us, when we sit down, we pretend we're adults. Because let's be honest, we pretend we're adults. We're not. If we were, we wouldn't collect fucking retro games, would we? But I gotta say, I kind of like the drama sometimes you get with shit like this because it just makes you smile.
I agree.
Someone actually PM'd me in Facebook who's listening to this. Who didn't even know I was on it tonight, and they said, "You do know that I love the Nazi police who told me the need to correct you on everything," and it was like, "You do know that there is Tetris available for the Sega Genesis, and you can buy it for $15." I'm like, "Yes, I do, but I'm talking about one of the 6 copies that was made in-house specifically that no one got their hands on. But thank you for pointing that out." Click. That sub's just gone.
So, Travis, you got anything else for us?
That's all I could find.
Awesome. No worries, mate. Ollie, what about you?
No major news. Just a little bit of disappointment that Square is not going to announce any sort of Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts at E3.
Well, they've already announced.
They're not going to. It's not going to be part of E3 at all.
Oh, so
another Final Fantasy.
Hi, Final Fantasies are awesome.
Final Fantasy 13-4.
Yeah, that's my problem with Final Fantasy, right? I'm not a role-playing guy. unless it comes to the bedroom. And
I like Final Fantasy.
I love PSLR, but mainly I fell in love with that game because it was...
Wait, someone's mic is...
Someone's... Is it me? Is it me? Someone's mic. Sound like the Verizon commercial.
It's Burhan.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It wasn't his mic. He was scratching his sexy stubble.
Was that Skype bacon?
No, I love PSLR, but that was kind of, and that's a grind of mine. I beat that, but that's a grind. But that was kind of the fact. I fell in love with the whole fact. It was a new game for an old system, if you know what I mean. And it's still the biggest Mega Drive or Genesis cartridge ever. But the only other role-playing game I love, or RPG, see, you can tell I sound like a noob, is, because I call them role-playing games and they're RPGs, I love Final Fantasy VII, I really, really do. 8's great, but I got bored halfway through, even though I love the cutscenes because they're amazing. But my problem with, and again, people can chastise me or criticise me or slap me in the nuts, but it's just, if you release a game that's a sequel to a previous game, then don't make a sequel to a sequel, if you know what I mean, which is like Final Fantasy 12 Part 2 or whatever. That's a bad example, but do you know what I mean?
No,
that's like
really bad.
Return of the Jedi Part 4. It's like, no, you can't do a sequel to a sequel.
Each Final Fantasy is a different, like, chronological, different story, everything.
Yeah,
but Final Fantasy 13 was just one of the worst Final Fantasy games, and I feel like they made 2 sequels just to try to correct the mess of the first game.
Well, all I was going to say was they did announce, it's still a rumor, but there's a chance that Final Fantasy 13 is going to be transported to the Xbox One and PS4. What do you guys think about that?
Really? Don't know either of the systems, so...
Hey, it's a beautiful looking game, but to be honest, it doesn't play like a Final Fantasy game.
It does. I think the best part of the Final Fantasy 13 is the combat system and the paradigm system.
It's definitely not the exploration because there's none of it.
No.
Like a hallway.
That's the best thing about the old Final Fantasy games, spending hours and hours on the back
once you get to the world map.
Yeah.
The best thing is, let's make games open world. You know what? For Final Fantasy 13, let's just do the opposite.
Because it's a new fan base. The new players need shiny videos and simple games.
Yeah, they need linear products that just basically say, look at me, I look amazing,
and
I've got guns and
special
kids.
Needs.
No, that's not
Short
fair.
attention span, basically.
Just make better characters, more likable characters. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. And the fact with Lightning Return...
I thought Lightning was an awesome character.
Really?
You just
she was
flat.
She was flat. There's nothing
I'm saying the
interesting
game might
about
not have been that amazing, but I thought Lightning kicked ass.
Yeah, she kicked
ass.
ass.
She was just
That's
an
the
awesome
point.
fucking lead for a game. Like, yeah, she kicked ass. That's the thing. I thought that she was for what the game was, for what she was doing. Yeah, I thought she kicked ass. I thought she was great.
She kicked ass, but there was no supporting good characters besides Saz.
Oh, Saz was awesome.
I have some breaking news, by the way.
Okay, go.
Well, I mean, like 13.
I'm trying to find the island that costs £1 million on eBay, and this is not intelligent or anything like that, but this is Mike knows that's how my brain works. So I searched for, desert island, and it linked me to a budget bundle of Jello. Apparently, I can buy 3-ounce boxes of Jello for $5.79, including shipping.
Good bottle of Jello there.
Michael, sort out your mic.
Stop scratching your back hair.
I've got any Jello that actually looks like lightning.
I'm determined now. I'm going to find this fucking island.
So, Zack, you were saying? Zack?
I was just saying, I mean, I thought Lightning kicked ass. I mean, I'm not... Yeah, Burhan, I think your microphone is shoved up your ass or something.
Yeah,
I'm trying to resolve my mic issues. I don't know what's going on.
It hates you. You should punch it in the balls and say, bad mic, bad.
Anyway.
Yeah. Better.
Okay. That's better, yeah?
I can barely hear you.
Yeah, it's real low.
You've gone really quiet.
But you're not scratching.
Yeah. Which is good, but also, I'm not used to you being so quiet, Mike. Again, I'm looking for this island, but now I've apparently found a dresser I can buy. Although it's $1,000. How's that an island? It's a fucking
Zach,
dress.
what were you saying about lightning in Final Fantasy 13?
Sorry, I'm being a retard, I know.
Okay, I'm back. Is that better?
Yeah. No, I thought Lightning was a kick-ass character. I liked her a lot. I mean, one of the Square Enix prizes one year was like a drawing of her that was like in this frame, and I have it hanging up in my basement. And I just always liked her look. I thought she was a badass. I mean, you can't
Is it in your basement
just like
because
write
your
her off
missus doesn't
because
like
the
it being
game
on the
sucks.
wall?
You know, it's like saying like.
Go on.
No,
Mark.
it's in my basement because that's where I have the Windex and I have the.
Oh, it's in my basement
anyway,
because that's my sex place.
I was implying that I jizz on it. Yeah, but I mean, it's like saying like.
Mike, your back hair is playing.
It's like saying just because like a movie blew a dick that there wasn't anyone who.
Is it me again?
Yeah. Anyway, so it's like I mean, just because a movie sucks ass doesn't mean that it's always you, Burhan.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. All right. So like I was saying, Lightning is an.
So what I'm getting is Michael
awesome
Burhan ruined Final Fantasy 13.
I think she kicks ass.
Yeah, but so does the Alice character in the Resident Evil.
Yes,
game.
it's ruined. Thanks, Burhan.
Okay, no worries. We're going to go on a break so I can sort my mic issues out, and we'll be back, ladies and gents. Right also after.
Now you're in a cave.
Right after this, if I can actually bring up the sound.
I wish we could have a commercial break right now and try and flog fucking blenders and shit.
All right, I think we're back, guys.
Yes, we are. And welcome back. We are basically talking E3. So we're going to be doing an E3 pre-show today. Also, you have time.
Your mic's not better.
I'm trying. Is that better? Can you hear me now?
A bit better.
Listen, Mike, I really wish that I had my blue snowball with me today. Okay, I'm going to keep trying, seeing what happens with the mic. I do apologise, ladies and gents. It's being a bit silly with me. I'm going to see what I can do with it. Hopefully, I'll get rid of the issues. Okay, is that a lot better, guys?
That's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think I figured it out. Right, so basically we're going to be talking E3, the Electronics Game Entertainment Expo. There we go. And talk basically about everything that's going to happen. It's kind of an E3 pre-show. And then afterwards we're going to be talking a few bits about free gaming as well, some of the free games that are on offer via various platforms, including PlayStation, Xbox, and also a couple of as we talked a few about free games, of course, what Nintendo are doing, but there are some other offers going on as well at the same time. So let's talk E3. So the one game that kind of stands out for E3, that the trailer was released quite recently, and that is Mortal Kombat X. So what's the public opinion on this? So we'll start with you, Ollie. What do you think of the game?
To be honest, I've seen the trailer. It just looks like another beat 'em up. Yes, it looks shinier. Yes, it looks smoother. But I don't know. I've never been a fan of beat 'em ups past the old Street Fighter games. They become, I don't know.
Street Fighter was the pinnacle.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, nothing progressed at any. Like, you know, the various innovations of it and stuff like that. But no one's ever bettered the mechanics of Street Fighter. So that's my thoughts as well. Which is, it looks shiny, it looks fantastic, but it's not Street Fighter. So
I love me some Mortal Kombat, man.
Yeah, but they're saying that the previous story was so good in the last Mortal Kombat game. Yeah, don't you feel like going off of that the Mortal Kombat X could be something really amazing as long as they stick to a good story and plot?
Like, there's a story in Mortal Kombat?
There was a story in the Mortal Kombat game, and the first release by the Warner Brothers group when they took over NetherRealm Studios, and it was really, really good. If you guys want to check it out on YouTube to have a look at the full movie and stuff in regards to the sequences in this game. But I would rather get the game from the shops and actually give it a good playthrough so you can watch it. But it's a really, really good game, and it has a lot of playability to it. What about you, Xander? What did you think?
Honestly, from what I saw of it, it looked like a lot of fun. But the thing is I have no opinion until I actually see gameplay. Because they try to claim that, like, oh, this could actually be gameplay. I don't think it was actually.
Yeah, we've been burned by that.
Yeah, it looked like some serious cutscenage.
Yeah, so I mean, until they come out with some gameplay, I loved Mortal Kombat 9 for what it was. I think it was a great mix of the new stuff that they were doing with the classic Mortal Kombat stuff, and it was really fun to play online, especially the King of the Hill mode was awesome. But as of now, I mean, I'm excited, but then again, I don't have a PS4 or Xbox One, so it doesn't really matter for me right now.
It's exclusive for those consoles, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't help. So, what about you, Zach? What do you think? Zachariah?
He's gone back to his basement.
I think he has. He's gone to fap over some lightning. What about you, Fapping Queen? So, yeah, what about you, Travis? What do you think? Travis has disappeared too. Okay, Mossh?
Well, I'm on the same board as you and Xander. I enjoy Mortal Kombat 9 a lot. And by what we've seen so far, it looks like it's going to be Mortal Kombat with the systems of the Injustice games thrown in. So I'm excited for it.
What about you, Zach? What do you think? The new Mortal Kombat X? Zach?
I like the fact that you
watched the trailer. I don't think the trailer had any gameplay in it.
Yeah, it's from what you see in the trailer, and also coming off the
me?
Game. Yeah.
I think Zach might be on a bit of a delay here.
I think so too.
Yeah, I mean, it better be awesome.
Yeah, no, agreed. It has to be something that it's worthy of being called a great game in a sense. I'm kind of I am two ways about it. It's one of those things where you look at it and think, is it going to be a great game that we're that we're going to invest some time into? But at the same level, it's like, will it also be something that we can basically enjoy?
I still feel that Mortal Kombat and I get why it does that and how it sells, and that's basically it does what it says it does on the tin. But my problem with Mortal Kombat is, apart from the fact it doesn't hold a fart to the mechanics of Street Fighter, but it's just like, look at me, I'm Mortal Kombat. You can do horrific things to people. You can pull their spine out their body or cut them in half with your razor blade hat, and that's all well and good, mate, but your gameplay mechanics are shit. So you can dress it up as well as you like, or make it shiny and fantastic, but fix your mechanics before you start saying, look at us, we're so shiny, we're cool, we're amazing, we look better than everything else. And it's like, no, yeah, maybe you do, but I would rather play an ugly Street Fighter than a shiny Mortal Kombat.
For saying that, looking at the mechanics of Injustice Gods Among Us, can't you say that the game looks a lot better, a lot sleeker now? Yeah,
that I will give you that one. I will, Can I just say your mic makes this sound like a 1950s infomercial? I know. I'm trying to resolve these issues. I'm not having a problem. I'm taking the piss in the sense it's brilliant. It's like, hello, please buy war stamps because they keep the Allied forces fighting strong. I really wish that I actually brought my HD mic with me. It was kind of a last-minute decision to remember, smoking a fag a day counts as one of your 5.
So, right, going on from that then, from that game and the decision on sort of seeing that, the next one, which seems to be big up on the list here, is Alien Isolation. So, Xander, what do you think?
Oh, sorry, go first. I'm invested in this game.
Go forth, Mr. Skullion.
I'm excited about it. I'm actually probably one of the few that, for what it was worth, if you can buy it for a good price, like really, really cheap, Colonial Marines isn't really that bad.
It's £5 in my local supermarket, brand new.
Yeah, I mean, for $5, I mean, who cares? I feel bad for the people that, because it was a very...
Everyone says it is, though. It really is. It's got faults, it's broken, but do you know what? It really isn't the stinker that the public dressed it up to be.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I feel bad for the people that got really hyped and bought it at full retail, because, I mean, I'd be kind of pissed if I spent $60 on it. But, I mean, if you can buy it for, like, really, really cheap, it's actually it's pretty fun if you can look past the glitches and all that stuff. But it seems like they're going to be fixing a lot of that with this new one, and I'm pretty excited about it. I'm a huge Alien fan, so I'm
Me
stoked.
too, and, seeing that happen...
I am too. Anyone who can come across the border, get away with it, brilliant.
So, what about you, Zach? What do you think? Zack Latour.
I think he's on
I hope it's
delay.
going to be awesome. In one of the Getting Your Nerd On videos, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you guys hear any of that?
You can tell
All
us
right, hang on. I'm going to log off and log back on.
Okay.
We can hear you, though.
Yeah, he's on a bit of a delay, that's the thing.
You can hear your sexy, sultry tones.
Yeah. All right, hang on.
Okay, Dave.
I'll be back.
Okay. What about you, Dave?
I'm very, very excited because it's going in a completely new, different direction, which ordinarily from an Aliens game, because, Aliens, Director's Cut is one of my favorite movies ever, and I love it. I like the whole, and that's one thing about Colonial Marines that I loved was the fact that they got the gun noise right, which they never got right in any Aliens game ever. And those M14A pulse rifles, brilliant. But no, I appreciate, accept, and understand that they went, we could just churn out the same shit again and again and again and again, but no, we're going to do something completely different this time. So it's kind of like, well, this is my understanding of it, but it's more technically, not entirely, but survival horror, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I agree. It's one of those games where if you look at it yourself, it comes from a very strong franchise, and I can see why people had an issue from it. As we all were talking about the Mortal Kombat 10 trailer and how it's not kind of gameplay, we've kind of been fooled by that. They've had that pooch screwed a couple of times, and I think one of the biggest issues with Colonial Marines was when they actually showed the game in mechanic, and showed us sort of a playthrough of the game, it was upscaled to the point that it wasn't realistic.
Yeah. I have a feeling, they could do so much with Aliens, the property itself. They can make a really awesome survival horror game out of that.
Yeah, very much so. I agree with you wholeheartedly. So let's go to you, Mr.
Isn't that what this new game is, though? That was my understanding.
It's supposed to be something very, very different at the same time. So, what about you, Ollie? What do you think? You excited for some Aliens?
With the Alien franchise, like they were saying, it's a really, really good franchise. You can really get something good out of it, but you can really fuck it up at the same time if you get it wrong. I like the old Alien vs Predator games where they were scary.
That's such an underrated game. And
they were scary as hell when you were playing as the Marine. That's why I wanted it. I want to be scared.
And the worst thing was that was the shortest campaign, and it was the best campaign in the game.
Yeah. I mean, even old school Alien vs Predator before the new ones came out back on the PC.
Oh, the one where you get stuck in a room with one alien and you just run around in a circle, shit your pants.
Exactly.
You're like, oh no, stay away, I can't find the button to reload my gun, stay away. And you literally just run around the room, keeping this fucking 8-foot-tall armor-plated xenomorph behind you, and you basically turn into a Benny Hill sketch.
Yeah. The best thing about those is I think they got the motion sense sound correct.
Yes.
I think that's the scariest point.
Yeah, that's the best bit. And
when they get that sound right.
Did it as well, which is the boop, boop.
Yeah. So as you were saying, Ollie.
Yeah. So as long as it's a scary game and not cheesy scary, or they try and kind of fob us off with some sort of cheap thing. But I'm looking at the trailer now. It looks shiny. It looks realistic. It looks good. As long as the Marine isn't super powered and can take down hundreds of aliens or some stupid thing like that.
Yeah. Okay, I can't believe I'm going to say this, and sorry, Mike, because you do an amazing impression. As long as your Marine is not Arnold Schwarzenegger, he should just be like a regular grunt. Preferably like a newbie in the army, if you know what I mean, like kind of wet behind the ears and stuff. I don't want like a chiseled, grizzled fucking Superman, like everybody get down. I want, like.
Not masterpiece.
Yeah, some wet person in the sense that, because that adds to the game and installs fear upon you as a character.
Well, what they've said about it is you're supposed to have your scanner at all times, but weapons and things are going to be super scarce, and if you find them, we're going to have like 2 or 3 bullets and that's it.
Kind of like the British Army then.
So, Zach, what about yourself? What's your opinion of this game?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, they can't do any worse, I guess, than they did last time. As far as like the Alien games go, I talked about what's the name of this new one?
Alien Isolation.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I talked about Infestation, which was the DS one, a little while ago, on Get Your Nerd On, and that game I fucking loved. And I know it's not anything the same, but there's definitely hope for Aliens games. I hope this game is good. As far as the other ones sucking, I mean, I played Duke Nukem Forever, and I can't see any game being worse than that. So that game is probably pretty decent.
At that game. Fuck.
Yeah, that game is shit. But yeah, I hope. I love horror games and I love scary games. I don't care about first-person shooter or third or any of that kind of shit. I don't care like really what that is. I kind of like all types of games, but I love horror games and I love scary games, and I just don't want to see them come out and do shitty or be pieces of shit, because then you might see less people making them. So I hope it's good, and I hope it's great, and I hope it kicks ass.
No, agreed. And I believe it's Sega still have the license to this, but it's Gearbox aren't making it. So yay. They could just concentrate on doing Borderlands instead of half-assing Sega games.
I think you should be on the box art there, by the way.
I was going to say, I like Gearbox. I think they're amazing.
I do. When they do their own stuff. When they work on Sega games, they just don't give a fuck.
Or Duke Nukem Forever.
Yes, and that too. And when they do everybody else's titles, they just don't give a fuck. They're great doing Borderlands. That's it.
I think it should be Michael Burhan says.
Yeah, Michael Burhan approved as long as Gearbox doesn't touch it.
Exactly. I'd buy a game that had a little picture of you on the front saying that.
Yeah, my thumbs up going, hey!
Hey, guess what, kids? They got it right because they didn't do what they normally do.
Yeah, let's fuck it up. So let's go for another one. Assassin's Creed, I believe it's called Assassin's Creed Unity, which is PS4, Xbox One only, and PC. There's another Assassin's Creed title that'll be coming out exclusively for PS3, for Xbox 360, and also, I believe, Wii U. So, what do you guys think of this one?
I've never played. Don't laugh at me. I'm sorry. Well, no, but by all means, laugh at me because it's a democracy. But I've never played an Assassin's Creed game in my life.
Well, if you're gonna play one, either play 2 or Black Flag. Just don't bother.
Avoid number 1.
Assassin's Creed 1 is faffing about Creed. I spent 3 days on that game trying to figure out what the fuck I was doing.
3 days, 7 missions.
And also
My
traveling
only
between
experience of that
game turned me off of the Assassin's Creed franchise.
Yeah, one at a time. Okay, so Craig was saying that. Ollie, what was you going to say?
Yeah, I was just follow up. It's basically you have to spend 20 minutes traveling between the cities, which again, I played for about an hour and I was like, you know what, this game is awful. The game seems good, but then just the traveling, just literally on horseback for 20 minutes, like this is not fun.
Yeah, it's a great game. It claims to be open world, and the thing about it is it's not. You get to the point where you're just traveling left to right, trying to make sure you outrun people who are running after you, and horses going to top of towers, trying to open up the rest of the world. And it got to the point where it was just like, go and kill this guy, but we're not going to tell you where.
It's like a 1970s cop drama.
Yes. It's like we're not going to tell you where he is. Just go and kill him. So you go and you spend like nearly 4 hours trying to figure out where the fuck you're going, and it's. I managed to complete it. I did.
Yeah, but you get spider senses and stuff like that.
The later ones, yeah.
It's literally one of those where you have to grunt the game out. You have to. It's like one of those things where you're literally putting a gun to your fucking head and playing Russian roulette with Assassin's Creed. So it's which one of you is going to give up first.
That's the perfect analogy. My only experience of the first game is it was literally I came back to the country from living abroad, and my brother had a PlayStation 3, and he goes, "Oh, check out this game! It's amazing, Assassin's Creed, it's wonderful." And he showed it to me. Apart from the fact that it has horrible tearing in the graphics, even though it looks nice, but you know when your player moves left to right, which I guess I shouldn't have the right to criticise because I've never owned it or played it, but my brother just went, "Oh, it's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing." But all you're doing is walking. Like, seriously, I could achieve the same effect on the fucking Boxing Day or Christmas sales. Do you know what I mean?
Well, there's games that do it and do it better. GTA 5, for instance, does it better.
Yeah, well, you can slap someone up.
Yeah, the whole GTA series does it better. So if you go and kill a random innocent, you basically get thrown out of the game because you're not supposed to do that.
Oh yeah, you get free attempts. You get free innocents.
Yeah. And it does get annoying at times. I've got every Assassin's Creed game. I do like the franchise, but I'm the first person to say it, there is a lot of faffing about going on, and they have streamlined it a lot more, but at the moment I think they are kind of beating a dead horse.
Who's the character in a new one then?
It's not it's not the same guy. I believe you're using his memories because he's dead from Assassin's Creed 3. Spoiler alert.
Wait. No, because in Assassin's Creed 4,
Mike, you're supposed to say spoilers before you say stuff like that.
But
no, I mean the actual character in the past, because in Black Flag.
We don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but we're using the same guy in the present.
It's set in the French Revolution, I believe. Vive la Résistance. So,
Comment ça va?
Yeah, hopefully we're going to have Russell Crowe singing in the game at some point.
Or possibly throwing a phone at someone.
Prisoner 10612. So what about the rest of the panel? What do you guys think, Zach?
Yeah.
Come back to his
I agree with whoever said the. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, the first Assassin's Creed, I don't know what the fuck you could say about that game. That game sucks ass. Like someone said, the first I don't know if anyone said it, the first Assassin's Creed is like taking a huge shit. I mean, you gotta grunt through it, but eventually you're finished with the turd, you know? I hated that fucking game. Yeah, I guess it was just boring. It was just like all the missions would like just repeat throughout the whole game. But Assassin's Creed 2, I have to say, was fucking awesome. That game was so good. I haven't played any other ones since, and I don't really ever care to. But another Assassin's Creed. I mean, it's becoming like Madden. It's like, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. Churn out.
The new ones are pretty good because you get to go in boats and you go on the sea and stuff.
I hate the part about Assassin's Creed where it brings you back to the guy, which is in modern times.
Yeah, but it doesn't exist anymore.
It rips you out of the experience.
They've killed him off in number 3.
You don't have the weird flashback, weird thing to the future thing going on?
Yeah, you
do. Yeah, you still do.
You're playing a different character, though, who has yet to be revealed.
And I know it sounds really terrible, and the reason I like that, and this is the worst reason for liking a game ever, but my brain just went, it kind of reminds me of Quantum Leap.
the next leap. Let's move on from that one. Batman Arkham Knight.
Can I quickly just go back to what Zack said and comparing Assassin's Creed to Madden? I think they should just do it now. It should just be, they shouldn't call it Assassin's Creed and give it an extra title. It should just be Assassin's Creed 2016. Because that's what it is.
Yeah.
Or whatever year it is, 1704. Assassin's Creed 1704.
They can try to fill in the gaps of every year of fucking eternity.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed World Cup year.
Another thing I can compare it to, it's awkward sex. It's like losing your virginity for the first time is Assassin's Creed 1, and then Assassin's Creed 2, you're getting a bit better at it.
Mike, you just made me spit beer down my chest.
It's like the most awkward sex that you're having, and it just takes too long, and you feel like you're making.
You feel like you need to finish the job.
You're checking your watch. You're like, shit.
You're like, you know what? I've committed myself to this. I should finish this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a grind.
It's like, okay, is she satisfied? She looks kind of disappointed. Okay.
Did you at least when you did, finally go finish the job, as I did when I had my awkward Assassin's Creed sex, I just went, Renaissance.
I sat there and went, Mongol Empire. She dumped me the next day. Anyway.
I can walk on rooftops.
Let's go to Arkham Knight. So Arkham Knight is the final, I believe, final game by Rocksteady Studios in the Arkham series, even though Arkham Origins was a piece of shit. And they're basically returning with the Batmobile along for the ride, of course, and a new character by the name of Arkham Knight. From what you guys have seen, kind of bullshit the fact they're not releasing this on the Wii U because Warner Brothers Interactive are being idiots about this.
But they released the last one, didn't they, on the Wii U?
Yeah, I'm really annoyed. They released Arkham City Armored Edition, which had all the DLC in it, and they released Arkham Origins on there minus the DLC because Warner basically took out all the online.
I got Arkham City. I bought it for a $5 in a second-hand game store, and
I did too.
I absolutely love it. In fact, that you do that whole weird bit where you hold your Wiimote or your Wii U pad and you float it around to try and find bits and find clues. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. It didn't feel bolted on. It felt like someone was being intuitive and introduced a new angle or interesting angle or something that benefited the game to the existing engine, and plus it looked amazing. But
Origin they took it another way. What they did was they released the game, and then all the DLC they were supposed to release on there, they didn't because the game sold poorly. You know the reason why it sold poorly? The online play that they included on the Xbox 360 and PS3, they decided to take out the Wii U version.
Do you just want to roll a newspaper up like when your dog pisses on the carpet and slap a developer in the face and say, no, bad dog, bad?
So, if I ask you a question, if I basically say to you, okay, I'm going to give you this game for the Wii U, a console that you want to support, but I'm going to include the free online bits basically on the other two consoles, but not on the Wii U console. Which one are you going to buy, the PS3, Xbox 360, or the Wii U version?
Well, it's kind of like what they're doing with Watch Dogs right now. Releasing Watch Dogs so much later for the Wii U.
I didn't know it was on the Wii U.
Yeah, I'm literally.
And then of course,
And then of course, you know, once it comes out for the Wii U, it's not going to sell as well, and Ubisoft's going to be like, oh, you know, we just can't sell that many games on the Wii U.
Yeah, they never like market it at all.
Well, I'm going to buy it for the Wii Mario Kart 8 now.
Yeah. And I'm going to go to Ubisoft and go, here's my copy, you fucks.
But it's interesting in the sense that now that Mario Kart 8 has come out and people, it's been kind of like they've jabbed people in the ass with a fucking hot poker. Is it going to make developers or people kind of like wake up and pay attention and just go, oh, it turns out people own this system. Maybe we should make games for it, or actually invest the time into it instead of doing what we normally do, which is just poor man's version of a PlayStation 3 game.
Or a poor man's version of a PC game. And the thing is, that bugs me, is that they all blame, they're very easily, they can blame the system. Oh, you know, like with Watch Dogs at the moment, everyone's complaining that Watch Dogs isn't in using the full potential of the PS4 and the Xbox One. Don't buy it on those systems then. Buy it on the PS3, buy it on the 360, buy it on the Wii U, because that could use some support there. So you
know what?
Can take it and shove it up their arse.
That's a brilliant statement right there, Mike, which is when people go like, oh, or it's not utilizing the full potential of this system. So, you know, as you said, well then, don't spend the extra money, buy the cheaper version on the previous console, and stop whining like a little bitch.
Yeah, but it annoys me because these developers as well, they basically sit there and go, well, it doesn't have the same potential as a PS4 and an Xbox One. And it's like, okay, yes, we get it. They're very shit-hot consoles at this point in time, but at the same level, the Wii U is a very good console. It's very, you know, the Mario Kart 8 is one of those games which were done right. It looks sexy. It plays really good. Yes, the battle mode is kind of shit, but it does everything that the console's supposed to do. And yet, you've got developers like Ubisoft, like Warner Interactive, bitching and moaning that the console's not doing what they want it to do because they're being retarded. That's the only thing I can confirm on that part. They are being retarded. Their developers have no fucking idea what they're doing, and they complain afterwards that something's not selling because you're not marketing it properly. Now, that's led to Arkham Knight here being only released on PC, Xbox One, and PS4, which I so fucking disagree with because I don't want to buy. You know, I don't want to buy a PS4. I don't want to buy an Xbox One. I want this fucking game on my PS3, 360. And actually, if they released it, I would have bought it on the Wii U because it pisses me off how a studio basically goes, oh, we can't release it on there. We want to go next gen. Fuck off.
I'm with you, yeah. But with this whole, I want to go next gen. Technically, if you break it down to game sales and stuff like this, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 are still outselling the next gen. You can't say it, but I'm doing quotation fingers, Dr. Evil style.
Yeah, like Xander did like it a while.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? It's like this argument, which is we're not going to do it because we feel the need to progress forward, and it's. But if you look at basic blatant sales, then you're pissing on your own chips and cutting your fucking pockets short. It's like, no, it doesn't work like that. And yeah, I'm with you. I'm a little like, cause, well, you know what I stand like. I fucking love my Wii U.
Yeah, I do too. I think everybody here has some kind of love for their Wii U. Not the same love that Zack has with his AES, of course.
No, I have no love for Wii U.
No, yeah, you guys don't know what it's like to love something like that.
Yeah. It's like when you're at school, you were the only person who found the ugly chick attractive.
Yeah, like Dave did.
Yeah. You know, granted, you know, her face wasn't brilliant, but she had an amazing rack, and that's what we invented the term double bagger for, which is put a paper bag on her head, put a paper bag on your head, bang her, and then that way you're protected because if hers falls off or yours falls off, you still at least have one paper bag protecting you from it. But that was a really bad analogy.
Dad made a point about this.
I just get fed up with people with a fucking boner. My game runs at 60 frames per second and graphically it can do this and it can check around this and it's got Gurad shading and all this, and it's like, fuck off, you're missing the point of games. Because you're also the same person who collects retro games, which means you can see through the fact that something doesn't look brilliant. You play it for the fact that it's a game, so all of a sudden, why don't you take this moral high ground and walk around going like, yeah, my computer can fucking do this, what can you do? Like, fuck off, you fucking self-chastising, hypocritical twat. Sorry, where did that come from?
Well, let me point this question to Xander. Here. Xander, you, unlike most people, were basically saying that you don't really care for the new variation of the Arkham games.
I don't. I feel like it's another Assassin's Creed. I feel like that, you know, when it comes to Batman, the Batmobile is a cool feature, but I don't think that's going to make me go out and buy it.
Feels like an add-on.
I mean, I feel like the Batmobile could have been a DLC on Arkham City, honestly. You know, I don't know. I just don't feel that thrilled about it. I saw the trailers and everyone was like having a hard on about it, and I was kind of lukewarm. I was kind of like, you know. I just totally agree with you.
For me, as I said, I'm not going to be purchasing this game because I don't own a PS4 and Xbox One, and I'm not going to buy them yet. I don't think the consoles have enough games on them, and I've already got a next-gen console, my Wii U.
My thing is, if we had, if we didn't have two Batman games come out last year, which was Origins and Blackgate, then maybe I would have been a little bit more excited about it. Yeah, I mean, I haven't played Blackgate. I haven't played Blackgate, but then again, that's two releases. That's two Batman games.
You know,
and then you're going to come out next year with another one.
I bought Blackgate, and I felt after I played it, and it was shit, that I felt the need to take a shower. It was just, sorry.
Yeah, I've seen the mobile versions of the games as well. It just doesn't. It didn't intrigue me. I think Warner took the Arkham license and kind of raped it. That's probably one of the reasons why I decided that.
We put Batman on the front cover. We'll sell money.
Yeah, they're like, we've got all the character models, so obviously we can do the same job as Rocksteady. How wrong you were.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what about you, Zach? Are you excited?
Yeah, well, I'll say I loved Arkham Asylum when it came out, and then when I played Arkham City, it just fucking blew my mind how good that game was. I didn't play the last one, but this is something that I don't think has been. Yeah, City is amazing. I agree. I haven't played Origins, is the one I'm talking about. I don't think this series has been milked and like raped to the point of like God of War or Call of Duty or something, of the point where, you know, they get compared to Madden, that they just come out every year. Yes, these have come out relatively close together, you know, in separate years or whatever. But, you know, this is something I still would play. The thing about the difference is, like I said, the first Assassin's Creed is shit. It's really garbage. Like you guys said, it's a tech demo, and like what it was hinting at was a good idea, but it didn't accomplish it, I don't think. But from the beginning, the Batman games have kicked ass. So like I said, I haven't played Origins. Yeah, right. But like I haven't played Origins, but I back this, and you know, I'm indifferent of it being on the Wii U. Burhan was saying you didn't want to buy the PS3 or the Xbox One because it doesn't have any games for it. I mean, that's the same fucking problem with the Wii U. I mean, yeah, you can say that it has, you know, pretty much all AAA titles, but the library is small as hell. So, but yeah, I don't know. I support at least one more Batman game. I don't know. Once it starts getting milked is when I'm just like, this is fucking stupid. Like, look at God of War, all the offshoots and bullshit. It's just dumb.
Well, the way I was seeing about the Wii U, though, is that is because I own that console. At the end of the day, I made that choice with that console. It's a really good console, mind you. And, you know, Nintendo have been trying to release more titles, you know. But in terms of Sony and Xbox, they're just releasing HD variations of their previous games.
Yeah, exactly. They're just like they're dipping into their previous franchises and shit, and just going like, hey, we just remade this game again, but we get.
Yeah, but I mean, so is the Wii U too. They just remade fucking Wind Waker. I mean, you know, the problem with anything is spanning across the three consoles.
That is
you can't. No. You can't say because it looks amazing. It's different. It's the same idea. They're remaking something that they already sold fucking before.
No, I agree with you, but at least with Wind Waker, that was released on the GameCube. It wasn't released on the Wii. With the PS4 titles and the Xbox One titles, they were released on the 360 and the PS3. And it's like, hey, we're going to charge you $40 again to buy the same game that you've already played.
Well, yeah, which games are you talking about, though?
Well, can I quickly say, just interject? I totally agree with you, Zach. I do understand. I completely agree. You know, was hypocritical for my statement, which I just slagged off, the re-releases and stuff like that, and I just went, Wind Waker's amazing, because, yeah, you're right, it's, and I agree with you as well.
Yeah, no, it is.
It is what it is, but at the same time, I agree with you, Mike,
Burhan,
which is it was not released on the Wii. It was a previous game, and to take that previous game from the sixth generation.
Yeah, it's basically they've re-released a couple of games, I believe as well. One was the Lara Croft, the Tomb Raider game, which is a rehash of the one that was on the 360 and the PS3.
Yeah.
They're going to be releasing GTA 5 on both as well. They have done, I believe, HD re-releases. I believe Microsoft's even talking about releasing a re-release of, I don't know if it was Halo 4, if it was Halo 3 on the Xbox One as well. And it's just one of those things where I don't like that. On any console, one of the reasons I haven't bought Wind Waker was the fact that I already owned it on a GameCube, but I will probably end up purchasing it
because it was free.
Yeah, and I'll probably end up purchasing it as a pre-own, but on the same level, I can't, unless you give me some new rules for the console.
Burhan.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Can I just say something really lame? But
let me ask you a question.
Like a Verizon for a mobile phone. Sorry.
Dave, one sec. Zach?
Yeah. Yes. Okay, let me ask you a question. So you're saying that you have a problem with them re-releasing these games from PS3 to PS4 or Xbox 360 to Xbox One. And one of the examples that you used was Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, Grand Theft Auto 5 is obviously one of the biggest, if not the biggest, games of last year. Now, if they had waited fucking 3 months to release that game and did it all at once, would you have had a problem with that?
If they did it all at once on multi-gen consoles, no. But
so if they waited 3 months...
But I would. The thing about me, I'm different from most gamers. I can wait for something if it's damn good. It's like with the Mario Kart game. They could have released it earlier, but I waited. And I was happy to wait. And, I kind of bitched a bit. But...
I'm sorry. Let me kill this.
Yeah, in terms of any person out there on any games that you release, my issue is Sony and Microsoft have backing of major studios. This is one of the big things here. They have backings of major studios like Ubisoft, like EA, who are producing these games, who are able to pan out their library. Another one, Last of Us. Sony announced they're going to be doing a PS4 remake of Last of Us that's going to be released as well on the system. I have no issue if, say, they release games on multiple consoles. I have no issue about that whatsoever. But releasing a HD re-release of a game that you already own, right, without basically offering people a bit of like a little bit of a discount on top by purchasing the upscaled version, annoys me. Releasing something which is a rehash of a game I've played before on a newer console does annoy me. Especially if it's only been out...
I want to be in that party. I can hear in the background.
What's up?
I said I want to be in that party. I can hear in the background. Sorry.
That's me on a chair. But do you know what I mean? It does annoy me. It basically... the way I...
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Burhan.
Yeah, it's basically...
my question... the one thing I want to say is...
Yeah. Go on, Zach. Well, one sec.
I'm sorry. I think I'm off. I think I'm off from everybody again. Anyway, I just wanted to say that as far as Tomb Raider goes, I agree that was bullshit. I agree that was bullshit because that game, came out well before the end of the PS3 or the 360. But when it comes to something like Grand Theft Auto 5, what the fuck are they supposed to just put it out and then a month before other consoles because that's the release date and then that's just the end of it? That's it. They just that's the swan song. We sold what we could and that's that. I feel like something like that comes right out at the end of something's life cycle. There's no shame in putting it putting it on the next console.
Yeah, but
because that's it wasn't even a smart move in my opinion for them to put it on the PS3. Just the PS3 and 360. To me, that was not a fucking smart move. They should have waited.
I agree with you. I agree they should have basically released it on all the consoles, including the Wii U. Yeah, go on.
the thing that most loyalists don't really want to understand or choose to ignore is the fact that most game developers, or should I say most game companies, or what have you, they tend to be lazy during the beginning of something. Now, I agree with you that, yes, they should have held out and made them as release titles. That goes without saying. Because at the end of the day, if you want to amp something up, you amp it up with the release. So, for example, as you guys were saying, GTA 5. Now, in respect of rehashing something and releasing it once again, I'll reiterate, it is laziness. It is pure and simple laziness. I mean, if you're going to re-release something, why not re-release something that people are aching for? Go and fund the guy who did Shenmue, for example. People have been asking for that for ages, but then again, that could insinuate that, hey, Shenmue...
And they renewed, did you hear this? So just because no Shenmue, I have to say that. I don't mean to cut you off, but I have to say this. Did you know that they restored or reinstated the copyright on the franchise?
Yeah. I know it. And then they trolled people on Mega 64, and they trolled people on E3 last year, and they're going to troll people on E3 again this year.
But here's the thing as well. I don't want to stop it there, Zach. I have an issue with them releasing like complete games, like Ultimate Editions of fucking Skyrim, even though you've paid for the fucking DLC, and then they put a disc out which has everything on it, and charge you a little bit extra more. Do you know what I mean? It does get fucking annoying. It gets to the point where I don't...
It's clean and simple. It's just them trying to save money. That's what it is. It's just them trying to save money. They're taking it easy out, saying, hey, our fan base are suckers. Why don't we just rehash something and sell it? Everyone will buy it. Hey,
why don't we rape their pockets?
Pretty much. Look at Shadow of Colossus. Yeah, but hold on. No. Shadow of Colossus was some time ago. Yes, it came out in 2011, but still, it was some time ago. So I feel that was an adequate re-release, in my opinion, because, what was the performance was on PS4 in comparison to PS3 now. Yes, that was an adequate release, in my opinion, but PS4 to PS3, I'm not seeing much difference. Oh wow, the light looks that much better. Oh no, I can see her.
Oh, hang on, sorry. Can I just sound like a confused little idiot in the headlights of a car, but about to be hit like a deer? Have they upscaled it? Have they released it again for
Colossus, it was a collection. It was a collection.
No, I don't mind stuff like that. HD remixes that they re-release like after.
I love the Metal Gear
fan has been dead.
That's brilliant.
When there's a game that's on the current gen system and then they re-release it for the Xbox One and PS4, even though that system is still going, it's kind of bullshit.
How are you getting the power of the console in the first place with the rehashed stuff? I mean, this is what I'm saying. Extra lighting, more detail on the spots. I'm confused here. Why not make something that's true to the system?
And to go back, I can see Solid Snake's liver spots.
Yeah, and to go back to the Watch Dogs scenario there, the same. The Watch Dogs, from what I've been told, looks the same on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One as it does on the PS3 and Xbox 360. Right? You're not. If you're going to roll it out on all platforms, go for it. I don't mind that. If you want to wait, do that. But don't sit there and do a rehash of a game that's only been released a couple of months before. I mean, maybe even
like Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you on that. It should be a later. If it's done like 2 or 3 years later, and the person who originally created the game and wanted to kind of like iron out the creases or fix what he felt was wrong or she felt was wrong in the first place. I get that. I want to go to this party. I can hear in the background, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah, who's having a party? That's probably Zach.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? I get that.
I'm sitting in a room by myself.
Oh, okay. So maybe the party. Oh, okay. So maybe
I have a cross line.
No. It's the place next door. It's the place he's spying on.
But yeah, let's go back to sort of like the night though. Ladies and gents, for the live feed, we're going to be finishing in another 90 seconds. We're going over to the archive. If you want to listen to more of the show...
so much pressure every time that bird comes up to like, you only have 10 seconds left to live.
Head over to the archive and listen to us once the show's been completed. We've got another hour on the show, of course. So let's finish this conversation. So Zach, I do agree with you on the fact I'm at this point in time, it's kind of a conscious decision for me to not buy an Xbox One or a PS4, especially with the Xbox One's DRM rehashing.
Pressuring me.
Comes out. That's when we get it. When Deep Down comes out, that's when.
Deep Down. What the hell's Deep Down?
It's a dungeon crawler similar to Dark Souls.
It's sex move.
Oh no, from the guy makes.
Cassius Ono?
No, I don't know. It's not Cassius. Is it? Kojima? No, I don't know.
Okay.
Some Japanese bloke.
Right. So let's finalise with the panel here now on the Arkham Knight thing. Is everyone going to buy? Ollie, would you look at investing in a PS4 or Xbox One for this?
Absolutely not. But to be honest, the idiots who do, good on them.
Fanboys!
What about you, Xander?
I agree with both statements there, by the way.
I'm not going to get it anytime soon. I don't have a PS4 or Xbox One, so I'm not going to get it anytime soon.
10 seconds to come.
What about you, Mossh?
Well, I have the PS4 already, but I'm not ready for more Batman. I've already had too much shoved down my throat over the past few years.
Spider-Man! Can I just make a final statement, Mike?
Go, Dave.
Longboys Post 1975, add me in on your Wii U if you have one, so we can get some Mario Kart shit on the go. Sexy!
Of course.
That was it. I'm sorry. I wish that was a deeper statement, but that's all I've got.
Well, Xander's going to be taking a little break from us. He's going to be hopping off from the panel tonight. So, Xander, do you want to do some plugs quick before you go?
Yeah. I'm sorry I'm hopping off. I feel like I'm getting a migraine or something coming on, but
Party.
but no, like
can I just say you look totally like Sabretooth.
Oh, I get it all the time. Have you seen my cosplay that I did the other week?
Oh no, I didn't. I'm going to check it out. I saw the picture Mike made of you, and I just went, and he didn't even need to make it. I just went, wow. I'm sorry right now. I look like Keanu Reeves, which is crap, and
as long as he ain't got his acting skills, it's fine.
Yeah. I wanted to like
stop knocking Keanu.
You're so lucky, you wank. And it sounds terrible. I'm taking the piss, but you selfish wanker! How dare you look like Sabretooth?
Well, I did want to say before I hop off, David, it was nice having you on. You're actually one of the first channels I started watching when I actually started a YouTube channel, so it's kind of cool to have you on. But speaking of my YouTube channel, I do have a YouTube channel. It's Xander Skullion on YouTube, and I also host another podcast called Excess Gaming Podcast. And you can listen to us on Podomatic.com or on iTunes. And be sure to check out Travis and Jeremy on top.
Link me in the, not here, but link me on my YouTube channel.
Okay. Be sure to check out
You couldn't see me wave my hand right then, but I waved my hand.
But I was on a podcast not too long ago with Travis and Jeremy from Top Tier Game Reviews, so be sure to check them out as well. And yeah, you can listen to all my stuff on Podomatic or on iTunes, and you can also catch everything on the Retro Unlimited Network as well. And
can I quickly just say this before we die? I'm bringing Sexy Biscuits back, which if you don't know what Sexy Biscuits is, it's basically something that was a throwaway phrase I use in video games a lot, which is like, when you get like a power up, I'm like, oh my god, Sexy Biscuits. And I turned it into a stupid little intro thing, and then I used it to promote other channels. So everyone is on here right now. If you would like to make a Sexy Biscuits intro for my channel, I will put it in the front of my video, and then I'll give you a massive shout at the end.
Awesome. I think I remember those. I remember Sega Stoner did one.
Yeah, oh god. I love that one, but like, dude, I'm very happy. This is the worst thing to say ever. I'm so happy your bong's really big right now. I didn't need to see your junk.
So yeah, check out Xander's channel as well. Check him out on the nerdgenius.com, as long as Get the Nerd on, and loads of other of our shows on there. We're going to finish off doing the plugs a little bit later on as we continue our everything. Xander, it's been great having you on the show this week. Hopefully your headache does get better for next week as well. Yeah. I understand it's probably lack of sleep. That's probably
It's you, Burhan.
Yeah, I didn't sleep hardly at all last night. It's probably
it may be caffeine related, or like not eating enough food related.
Dehydration.
I think it's too much sex. That's what it is. Xander gets the poontang.
I think he just gets a headache because he looks like fucking Sabretooth.
It's like, my head is hurting for being too sexy.
That's the price you pay for looking like a Hollywood star.
It's your healing factor. That's what it's doing.
Oh yeah. Well, anyway, guys, it was great being on the show, and I'll listen to the rest of it in the archives, definitely.
Okay. Night, buddy, and chat to you soon.
Have yourself a lovely night, mate.
Right. So let's move on quickly. We've got The Evil Within. So this one's an expected game here. One that's the trailers, if you've seen it, is freaking amazing. So let's quickly go over to Zack here. Zack, what do you think of The Evil Within?
Actually, I don't even know much about that game. I know when I was at PAX, there was a big thing, advertising it, and I thought, what I saw, I know it's a horror game, obviously, Evil Within, but I support it. Like I said, I support anything horror, except for what was the Outlast, or what was the one that was on PS4?
When you say you support anything horror, does that mean you agree with?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, bad joke.
It looks really good. It's from apparently one of the original creators of Resident Evil, and it looks like a horror genre title. It looks like
wait. Sorry, I don't mean to talk over you, but it's the original people, the original blokes who made Resident Evil.
Yeah,
yes. Yeah.
Same guy who did what was that game? The Mexican guy.
I'm so fucking sold right now.
Mossh, what do you think?
Well, yeah, it's done by Shinji Mikami, the guy who did the original Resident Evil, so I'm definitely on board. If he can bring horror back to what it was back in the day, I'm definitely getting it day one.
So he's bringing sexy back.
Definitely.
Finally, a horror game that gives us a sense.
I don't know if you guys played it. Suda51 was with him, with Shinji Mikami. He made a game on PS3 not too long ago.
Shadows of the Damned. That's it.
Yeah.
With his phallic gun. So, Ollie, what about you?
Literally, phallic gun.
His gun is a penis. Ollie, what about you?
To be honest, I like the look of it. It looks like an old school horror where it's not, I'm going to I have to kill everything. It's like I have to run and hide. I have to kind of avoid conflict.
I like that. Yeah.
Because there's too many games of I'm hiding in the dark, but I can pop out and kill everyone.
Suspense is best driven by the fact that you don't have enough sort of materials to protect yourself, so it's all about creeping into corners. That's something that's sadly missing from so many games these days.
I hope it does it right, because if it does it like daylight, then you just need to stare at a wall, and you can't touch you.
There's anything you can do about this mic? This mic's making loads of distortion noise.
Yes, because it's double.
It's gone now. Hang on. No, it's back.
Oh, it's back. Okay, well, it's not my beard. It's nowhere near my beard.
It's a beard.
Okay.
That's what she said. Sorry.
We'll have to let it go for now. Let's slide. I agree. It's one of those games which I think is going to be a sleeper hit in terms of E3 itself. And moving on from there, we're going to the next game, which is Battlefield Hardline. Yay, another Battlefield game.
I gotta say, dude, I like the Battlefield games.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
A good thing is, it's a free play.
I'm that sad bastard who still buys games for purely first-person campaigns. Don't get me wrong, I like online, but I'm like, when did first-person campaigns become an afterthought?
Well, apparently, this is not to do with... It's a bit of a twist in this one. It breaks away from the traditional military combat. It focuses on the Miami police officer caught in the web of dirty cops. So, basically, Zack's sex life.
So it's not war, then? It's like downtown, Metropolis in...
And, from a change of pace, it's actually being made by Visceral Games.
Oh, please tell me it has the Frostbite 2 game engine.
I believe it will have the Frostbite 2 game engine.
Just saying that because even on the Xbox 360, the Frostbite 2 game engine is +8.
So it's a breakaway from the standard military shooters. So Battlefield, I do apologise, I stand corrected. They're doing something different.
This is what the game's going to be about. It's going to be your corrupt police officers hiding in vents, jumping out at the right time, and you're using special weapons to chop their arms and legs off.
So basically, Max
Payne. Works. I'm sold.
What do you guys think? Do you think this is a change from the norm there, Zack? Zack?
Yeah, change is good. Yep.
Yeah, go on, Zack.
Can you guys hear me, or what?
Yeah.
It's just a delay.
As you're saying?
Okay. Yeah, whenever someone's willing to make a change, I'm fine and I support it. I hate when people just try to keep putting the same fucking thing out every time just to get something out, to make money, to put a fucking stamp on it. Yeah, exactly. Well, you can't even just fault that one anymore. You can't even just fault Call of Duty. You have Assassin's Creed, you have Madden, which you always had. You have all these things now. They're putting out an entire release every year, and you can just see that the love and dedication is getting sucked out of it. So once somebody decides to put new ideas in and breathe new life into it, I'm down.
Yeah. And then all the fanboys don't like, how dare you change from this?
You know what? At least it's changing from the Call of Duty bullshit. So they're doing something different, and I have to give EA some props for this, because usually EA are the king of let's take as much money as we can from you. So
EA, you don't know it right now, but and believe it or not, you may not think it's happening, but I'm pretty sure right now EA has the hand in every one of our pockets.
They do, and the thing is, they tend to sort of. It's kind of buy now for $60 and pay more money for loads of other shit that you don't need.
What I love about the Wii U, even though they're not brilliant, it's a stupid fold-out thing, which I don't like because it means it gets glitched. But thank you, Nintendo, for still keeping a fucking manual in the game.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Nintendo are weird like that. So let's go on from that then on to the next one, which is. A game called The Binding of Isaac Rebirth on the PS4, PS Vita, and PC. It's developed by Nicola Edmund Millen. It's a new 16-bit take on the original Flash game that comes with a host of new features. What we'd like to see from it as well is sort of kind of an inventory experience. The game itself looks pretty cool in terms of that, and it's nice to see some new Vita titles in, don't you think, guys?
Oh no, yeah, totally.
It's dry. I know.
Because with the Vita itself, it's still failing to meet quotas and stuff like that. But here's another one: Borderlands, the pre-sequel. So, Ollie, we'll start with you. You're a Borderlands fan. What do you think of this game? It's coming on the PS3.
There's a setup for Borderlands. That's like a kind of
Borderlands pre-sequel. It's basically a prequel.
Yeah, it's set between 1 and 2.
Oh, nice, that works. I love Borderlands. Yeah, such an underrated game.
Okay, one at a time, guys. One at a time. Ollie?
Yeah, I mean, any Borderlands game, as long as they keep up the actual... As long as they don't change it too much. I mean, they need to change it, but just the core of the gameplay and the humour. As long as they keep the humour in the game, yeah, I'm all up for it.
I really do hope to God that this isn't what I think it is. I think this is another stinking demo, i.e. Ground Zeroes. Pre-sequel. Dear.
Okay. What about you, Mossh?
Well, I've still not finished everything on Borderlands 2, so for now, I think when it does release, I'm going to leave it for a bit. But I am like he's just said, I'm hoping it's not going to be another Ground Zeroes thing, and then the main game comes out next gen. But
cool. Well, I'm hoping it is not a Ground Zeroes, where it ends up basically being basically a tech demo. That puts me off. And Xander, if you're still listening, if you did basically talk about this previously with Ground Zeroes, if this becomes a trend and if they are doing what my brother thinks they're doing, people are going to get pissed. Ollie, you want to say something else?
I was going to say, to be honest, with games like this that you're not sure about, don't buy when they first come out.
Yeah,
let other people see what they like. If they're demos, then you've saved yourself £70,
That's a very good point, my friend. That's a very good point.
3 or 4 days you can wait. Let other people who are like desperate gamers who need to have the newest thing, let them buy it.
Or Angry Joe who has like deep pockets thanks to YouTube. And is
only ever wears the same Superman t-shirt. Sorry.
Yes. What about you, Zach? What do you think?
Which game was this?
Borderlands, the pre-sequel.
Oh, yeah. Like someone said, they better keep the humor. I mean, I really don't think Borderlands can do any wrong, honestly. It's really funny. It's an awesome game. I don't know. I think everything kicks ass. I can't wait to play it.
Here's another one that's not being released on the Wii U as well. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for the Xbox One, PS4, PS3, 360, and PC by Sledgehammer Games.
Wait, hang on. It's not being released on the Wii U?
Not being released on the Wii U at all.
Oh, what a bunch of wankers.
You're going to miss out.
It's by a new studio, Sledgehammer Games, under Activision, It's going to be their vision of Call of Duty. It's basically a vision of the future in terms of...
I thought this was the third installment in the kind of Black Ops thing.
No, this is a new Call of Duty game called Advanced Warfare, but it's not being... Even though it's been released on the PS3 and 360, no Wii U port.
Oh, what a bunch of cunts. Sorry.
I'm reading a thing now from a day ago. Apparently there's a Wii U version in development, but it's not as close to finished as the rest.
So basically, we're going to be waiting. It's going to be like Watch Dogs. We'll probably be waiting a couple of more months, 2-3 months, before it even comes out.
Pretty much.
Fair enough.
But do you really want another Call of Duty game?
Nope. I haven't wanted one since Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, maybe it's a good thing. Less arseholes on the Wii.
What about you, Zach?
I could care less, honestly. Wait, was this the one that had Kevin Spacey in it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Kevin Spacey
Brilliant
rules,
try,
but I couldn't.
really.
I couldn't give a shit less about this game.
Cutscenes.
Can I just point something really stupid and random out about my hometown? That Kevin Spacey is he's the promotional voice and guy who's technically in charge of like direction and stuff and what they put in a theatre in my hometown called the Old Vic, which is one of the oldest theatres in the world.
Yeah, Dave, that's Waterloo.
Sorry?
That's Waterloo, mate. It's not your hometown, it's actually the Waterloo, the Old Vic in Waterloo.
Oh, I'm really annoyed.
Yeah, and...
Fucking HTV lied to me, the wankers. they said it was this vagabond. Oh,
no, it's in our hometown. It's basically in Southeast 1, Waterloo.
I'm so annoyed, I'm not going to fucking pay my TV license again now. I'm pissed off.
And he was in a bit of a war of words with the BBC quite recently about the Old Vic, saying, where is our reality TV contest? We should have this going on. And truthfully, for me, I really just feel that the guy, I love his acting. Don't get me wrong, he's a polarizing actor, but he's just over here collecting a paycheck.
K-Pax, shit, sorry.
And also the fact that he thinks our women over here, he literally, when he's over in the States, he's bisexual. Over here, he's gay. That just shows how ugly our women are to him. Exactly.
I'm so upset. Can I just say sorry, people? I don't mean to interject or intervene on this, but I'm really, really annoyed because I guess my local media lied to me.
They did.
And it was like...
The media lies?
I was happy. I sound like such a fucking tard when I say this, but it's like someone who was famous in America and promoted my hometown, and it turned out he was a lying shit-tard.
This is the Kevin
Yo, Dave, tell us about K-Pax.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
I've literally bumped into them a couple of
Everyone who made that movie should be sterilized so they can't pollute the gene pool.
Weird. I watched it the other day and I just scratched my head like most of the way through it.
I like the fact that they do achieve one thing that's really great in the movie, which is he, isn't he? But at the same time, I was watching the movie basically to find out if it was true, and then after I watched the movie, I just went, wow, I just wasted quite a lot of my life.
Is he or isn't he mentally challenged?
No.
He's basically a fucking retard.
Don't forget they left on a cliffhanger. Where did they hide the body of the woman who disappeared from the mental hospital? And everyone's like, no one knows where she went. Let's just carry on. Oh, life is normal. Yes.
Okay. Well, what we've done now, we're going to go and look at the E3 leaked list. We have to.
We're going to go and watch K-Pax.
Yeah, we're going to watch K-Pax. The E3 leaked list from Nintendo's E3 conference here. Now, the thing that kind of bugs me on this list, I don't know if it's true. Again, we've got Bayonetta 2, which has been.
Hang on, they've done it. The sequel.
It's basically finished. They've got a demo of it coming.
Am I the only person who finds it kind of creepy that her hair is her clothes?
No.
No. There has been, shall we say, legend maybe, I don't know, history. People have worn hair as clothes before.
Yeah, but her entire costume, even though it looks kind of, cool and sexy and leathery, my brain, to me personally, this makes me sound so shallow, I know, but fuck it, I'm going to go there. Like, I would love to buy you a drink and then possibly bang you. Oh, wait, it turns out your costume's made out of your fucking hair.
And I just say, I'd find it a turn on. Just
Bush must be out of control.
Do you know what the best Christmas present ever for her would? You could buy her a lady big.
Wait. Go on, Dave.
Or a no-no.
So, yeah.
That's true, she's Japanese.
If she's wearing a pantsuit, then it must be her bush.
Oh, of course.
You win there.
I did. Zack would be like, "Hey, baby, how's it? Oh my god!" And then it eats you alive, and then Zack's like, "What a way to die!"
If you
it'd be all over her body, or if she's got crabs, it would be all over her body.
Well, that's just what I'm saying. She's basically, if her entire costume is fucking hair, she's a recipe for lice.
So Bayonetta with head lice. That's the game that you need to make.
You know what? She's the fittest bird in the world with an amazing rack, because that's, video games. But you could be banging her, right? But at any 1 minute, you'd be shitting your pants that she would envelope you in a fucking carcass of hair.
No. If you don't make her come, the star thing would pop up behind you, and then the monster would eat you.
So basically, she's an attractive cousin It.
That's why that game's now failed, by the way. And I will make a video about it when it comes out. I will buy it deliberately to say, Michael Burhan says the problem with this character is she's cousin It.
Well, she is.
An attractive cousin It.
Yeah, she's an attractive cousin It. She's got hair. Well, let's move on from that. Hyrule Warriors.
I'm down with that.
What about you, Zack? Are you looking at sort of this Link version of Dynasty Warriors?
Yeah, I think it's awesome, and I think one thing that's awesome is this is Nintendo. Well, actually, not the first one they've trusted, because didn't another company do Other M?
Yes, I believe both were done by Namco Bandai, weren't they?
Okay, I don't know, but this is they're really, you look at those CDI games, and if someone bent you over a barrel and showed you the 50 states that hard, I would.
Was amazing, by the way. Sorry.
I would feel that you would never want to license out anything again. You'd keep everything in house. So they're expanding, and I hope it's good, and I hope it doesn't just blow up in their face. But
with the success of the Triforce system, we knew that they were going to keep the partnership going, because it's Namco Bandai, who have got a very trusted partnership with Nintendo, even though GP was just ridiculous. No. But yeah, so, sorry, Zack, you continue?
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be cool to see someone else's take on Zelda that's not fucking CDI.
What about you, Dave?
Sorry, I was looking out my window because my neighbour, who apparently has been arrested for growing a massive amount of weed, is being. There's a lot of cop cars outside right now, so that was more interesting than this. But
so GTA in real life.
Yeah, basically. No, with it, I'm torn, if you know what I mean. Which is, it has the potential to be absolutely amazing, but at the same time, it also has the potential to be a complete fucking train wreck because. Well, and this is a statement not just pertain to this game, but every game, which is, sadly, developers, apart from a few, and Mario Kart 8 proves this, they don't fucking listen to us anymore.
No, I agree with you, and hopefully this is a new trend where they actually do start listening to us, but we never know. Okay, Team Ninja. Team Ninja was the ones who did Metroid Other M. My brother had to point that out to me.
I really like Other M. The thing that really annoyed me about Other M was the fact that you had to play it with the fucking Wii pad.
Yeah, that ruins so many games. The Wii fucking like what they're trying to sell, their fucking gimmick kills so many games.
So let's brilliant. When done properly and correctly, it's an absolutely fantastic.
No, agreed. Same with the tablet as well.
Favorite first-person shooter, but with stuff like Other M, that was a gorgeous-looking game that was easily as good as anything else on like PlayStation 3 and Xbox. But it was just like, really, I have to tilt my pad sideways and play like this and give myself fucking bunions in my hand. Like, what the fuck is this?
Can I ask? Were you a fan of the original Metroid games?
Me?
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. Oh, don't hate me. Yes, but I only ever played it on the Game Boy Advance.
Huh. Well, the thing is, a lot of people hated Other M. I wouldn't say I hated it, but I kind of disliked it. I mean, if you played the Metroid on the GameCube. I can't remember what it's called. I think it was 3 Metroid games on the GameCube, wasn't there?
Oh, Metro Prime 3 on the GameCube. So not Metro on the Wii. Metro Prime 3 on the Wii was an absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Wasn't the other end the one where they turned Samus into a blithering woman on her period?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, they turned her into a whining little bitch.
Effeminated, literally. She was effeminated. There was no hard else about it. She was made into a woman.
Yeah, that's basically Tecmo bending Nintendo's property over the ass and spanking her. Oh, look, you know what would be so sexy if Samus basically needed men to save her? There you go. Anyway.
Yeah, literally.
Do you know what would be really, really sexy? Having Anderson sat on my face. Sorry.
Yeah, that would be mine too.
Am I the only one who liked the old Metroid, the 2D side-scrolling Metroid? I'm really not a fan of the new 3D.
Well, that's my point. After I played, Other M, and I played Prime 3, and I went back to play the original games, the one I played was on my GameCube with the Game Boy Advance thing, and I played, Metroid on the Game Boy Advance, through, what is it, emulation? I don't know. And I thought it was a fucking amazing game. I know it's technically the SNES game, kind of, upped, but no, brilliant.
They rehashed it. They actually released I think it was Game Boy Advance or Nintendo DS.
Yeah, they did.
They released a rehash. It was supposed to be a side story with a different character, but it's an absolutely amazing game, and people laugh when they say like, "How would you play a first-person shooter on the DS?" And it's like, believe it or not, when you take the stick out and you use the buttons around it, it's actually very intuitive for first-person shooters.
Well, let's quickly move on from there now onto our next one. Mario Party 10, the game that destroys families and relationships and makes you tell your brothers and sisters to go fuck themselves. So, what does everyone think of that? You guys?
My family. Sorry.
Are you excited, Dave?
No names.
Are you willing to end relationships over this game? Zach, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's another party game. I haven't played the other ones on the Wii. The last ones I played were on the N64. So, yeah, I mean, whatever. It's a Nintendo game and it's a first party, so it's going to be quality. But I mean, it's just a bunch of mini games. So.
Agreed. So let's move on from that one as well to Nintendo U, a game that hasn't been listed yet. I don't know what it is, but it could be anything. It could be a sequel to Nintendo Land. So we've got... Well, another thing that's very curious about this list is Super Smash Bros. Is going to be NFC enabled. So you're going to have figures to put fighters into the game. So what do you guys think of that? Zach, what do you think of that? Does that make...
That's cool. I like that. Sorry, I'm not Zach.
Yeah, well, it's nothing that I would personally use probably, but I like the idea that like...
Sorry. Yeah. But anyway, Zach. Sorry.
You could really just collect those, and they'd look fucking awesome. I'd love to have like a NES one in my game room. I think it would just look fucking awesome. So, yeah.
You said NES. Sorry, I like that because you're American. So you should say NES, but sorry. Never mind. I'm retarded.
No, but I mean NES from Earthbound.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think it's going to be good if they do it properly. Hopefully, it's not going to be another Pokemon Rumble, which was shit.
Yeah. Oh God, Christ! I would rather have someone stick their entire fist up my ass and play that again. But I'm pretty sure that possibly some people might enjoy that.
My kids do. They play.
Your kids enjoy it.
Wait.
Change that.
No, not the fisting. They enjoy Pokemon U, Pokemon Rumble U, but the thing is with that game, I've clocked it within I think it was 20 minutes. 20 minutes I completed that game, and I didn't need a single one of the NFC characters. So yeah. We also got the Shin Megami Tensei Crossfire emblem there. So Mossh, what do you think of that?
The Shin Megami games I've only just got into, the same with Fire Emblem, like the latest 2 iterations of the games. So I'm excited to see what they do with it, and I think it's going to be a big hit for the Wii U and sell it in fucking thousands with how big both of those franchises have become.
Yeah, especially with the partnership of Sega and Nintendo now as well. They're so far in bed with each other, they could literally claim for civil rights marriage.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Am I the only person who feels that's kind of wrong? Because, hatred is a wonderful thing in the sense that I understand why it exists, but at the same time, it's like, people, can we all just get along? But I'm still not happy with the fact that Nintendo are in bed with Sega. It does not sit well with me.
Yeah, it does. Really fucked up.
Is it because of the fact that Sonic basically ends up giving Mario a bit of a head?
You misunderstand.
It kind of destroys his bone up by the fact that he's banging a hedgehog.
Can I be controversial, by the way, and say this? I'm sorry, people, and if you like Nintendo, Sonic is better than Mario.
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you. That's why they're putting him next to Mario, you see, because Mario is a degenerate freak. The guy just angry all the time. If you've seen the series, have you seen the Game Theories series?
Mario's like the bloke you hire to fix your plumbing, and he never actually does
that
it.
Angry bloke that you hire to fix your plumbing, who's addictive and steps on his brother's feet.
Gives you a massive quote, but then walks away halfway through the job and doesn't actually fucking fix it. Sonic, because he's speedy, he just blind into your fucking basement
and destroy your house because you have no idea about anything.
There you go, just the toilet. But no matter, be like, I'll call you next week.
No, you refuse to play Mario, and it'll be like, it's me, Mario.
Yeah.
Let's go away from that talk for a second. Nintendo have also released HD collections as well. Me and Zach were bitching. I was bitching to Zach about the fact I wouldn't buy a PS4 and an Xbox One, but Nintendo were doing the same thing with Super Mario Sunshine HD and Wave Racer Blue Storm HD. Now, you wanted to say something about Fire Emblem?
Oh yeah, no, Shin Megami. No, I was saying fuck off to the re-release, not because I was pissed off. I promise. Shin Megami, kind of bored of it personally. I've played it from Not a Culture on PS2 up. I think it was on SNES at one point as well, but it's the same formula again and again and again and again and again and again and again. If they could mix it up just a little bit, maybe change the combo system, maybe. Great. It's staying to the form of true turn-based RPG, but come on.
Yep, that's very true. Well, that's your opinion, I think. Going on to the HD collection, Zach, let me have it.
What do you mean, let you have it? They're going to do it. Everyone's going to do it. Why not? It's they've already paid for this game to be made. They've already paid for all the production, putting it out, all this shit. They've already got the following for these games. Why not fucking put them out again?
It's for me. I don't like stuff like this.
It's bullshit. Yeah, it's absolute bullshit. Why re-release the same old turd? Seriously, you could polish it as much as you want, but people have it on the Wii. Oh no, we've disconnected the Wii from the internet, so you must now buy it on Wii U. Fuck off.
Well, Mario Sunshine was a GameCube title, and so was I believe Wave Racer Blue Storm. But for me, Mario Sunshine.
It was.
Yeah. I don't see. Yeah, I didn't like the original one. I know unpopular, but still. I liked Yoshi's.
But you say, why release the same turds? Some of my turds are classic. Sometimes I take a dookie in the toilet and I look down and I'm like, God damn me, I'm proud of that. That was amazing. There's a lot of corn in that. In fact, why does corn process through your body and not change? So
that is quite strange. Corn out the arsehole and carrot when you vomit. It's just
this is I got gameplay, not I got corn play. Okay.
But if I can be serious though, I would like to say I know what you mean, Mike. Which is sometimes stuff is just like stupid and they shouldn't re-release it. But a perfect example of it being amazing, even though they left out the original game, was the Metal Gear Solid HD collection. Was absolutely fucking tit biscuits. It was amazing.
Yeah. Again, you had some time between that release and the consoles itself, and it was like with the HD collection that you had.
I feel I need to go and take a crap now so I can see corn.
And play Metal Gear Solid at the same time.
Yeah. Is it funny I'm talking about turds and you just referenced the word solid?
There you go. And Ollie, so you were going to say something?
I was just going to say how awesome the Metal Gear collection was. And I was going to mention, did you see that they're going to release the Call of Duty collection?
Why?
Hang on, what?
By Call of Duty and its numerous updates.
Yeah, basically they're releasing.
What are we specifically talking about here?
Wait, Dave, 1 sec. Go on, Ollie.
Yeah, they're actually releasing a Call of Duty collection. And I'm just thinking that they're going to shoot yourself in the foot by that, because you're just going to play one and go, wait, this is exactly the same as the previous one. Without at least people got time.
I thought they already did that last generation.
Here's our Call of Duty game and all the DLC with it. I mean, other games.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's why I'm curious. And first of all, I'm sorry if I talk over anyone else. It's just.
Hold it now while talking. I'm just curious now.
Yeah, but my thing with that is, what fucking games are they going to put in this package?
Yeah, I don't want to see Call of Duty's package.
I do if it buys me dinner.
Okay.
Kind of agreed on that one.
But no, but what are we talking about? We talking like classic, and then Call of Duty 2, which I've got a gameplay I'm going to bang up tonight, and
I think it's the Modern Warfare collection.
Oh, sideways and call me fucking Susan. What a pile of shite.
So as we're moving on from that, guys, we've got a little bit more time left. We've got about another 20 minutes left on the archive. But what we're going to do is we're just going to basically steer clear from E3 now and talk about free games. Yes, everyone likes stuff that's free.
I love free shit.
Free title on the Xbox's Games for Golds. And if you're looking at the PlayStation as well, getting some core new titles and that. So let's talk about that a little quickly before we wrap the show up tonight. So Games for Gold. Who here owns a 360 on Xbox One?
I got a 360.
360, yeah.
You on Gold, Ollie?
No, not for a long time.
Yeah, I'm not on Gold either because quite simply it's nice to play online and shit, but I just got tired of Microsoft putting their fucking hand in my pocket.
Well, the good news is for those, they've updated their terms of service now, so you can actually watch your basically your apps like Netflix and so forth for free on your Xbox 360 without a Gold account. And you only need the Gold account to play online now, and you get Games for Gold for free, which means that you get 2 titles a month, including an Xbox Live Gold game, which is basically an old former title that they had on the 360 of a game that was 40 quid like 3 months ago. Or
that's the one thing I will say. I kind of miss my Gold account. Actually, no, I don't, because it was very fucking expensive for what it was. But at least Microsoft has a brilliant, solid server that delivers. Because I've never played PlayStation 3 as such, but apart from at my older brother's house, my twin brother's house, and I play it, and it's just like you just feel you spend half your fucking gaming experience downloading fucking patches.
Well, and, basically. Just so you know, the free game on Xbox Gold Live members include 2 games. And if you own an Xbox One, the games are Halo, Spartan Assault, and Max the Curse of Brotherhood. So you get those free on the Xbox One. Neither of those games, I think, are actually upscaled at all. But yeah.
You know what the irony is that kind of really annoys me right now? I own both of them.
There you go. And also, as well, you get for 360, Dark Souls is available. So if you've never played Dark Souls, you get it free now on Xbox Live Gold.
Hard game.
Yep. And they also announced that Charlie Murder and Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition will also be available as free games on Xbox Live Gold members in June 2014. It starts from the 16th of June until the end of the month.
Not worth it. Ultra Edition or Ultra Super. Whatever.
Well, if you basically get arcade, you can actually upgrade for an extra.
I was just going to bring
Ultra Edition.
They give you a month. I like that. I really like the fact that it's so specific time-wise.
And you don't need your account, a gold membership to play these games. So once I've downloaded it, anyone can play them. Zach, you were going to say something?
He's gone back to his basement.
Zach? Yeah, so let me get this business that they have going on. Capcom. Yeah. You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go for it.
I heard that fart as well.
Hello?
That was me, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Go on, Zach.
So let me get... this is what they're doing for business. Capcom is giving you... Or Xbox is giving you Super Street Fighter Arcade Edition for free, and that way your point is that you can update it for $15 to get the new one. Yeah. So it just seems like they're giving you something free that's already old and pretty much isn't going to be worth anything, just so they can get $15 more from you.
No, agreed. But for me, in sort of the positives of the negatives here, I'm trying to make the glass half full instead of half empty. At least you're only paying 15 quid for the Ultra Edition if you want it.
Okay. Right. Well, the thing is, on one side, Ono's busy doing Deep Down, so he's not making another Street Fighter 4 for.
Is that a sexual position?
No, it's not. So he's not going to do Street Fighter 5 for a while, or even Tekken X Street Fighter with Namco. So he's busy. Chances are they're trying to relive the whole 1992 Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Or is it Capcom trying to squeeze a penny out of a stone?
Yeah. No, because the difference is you're not paying 60 quid for it, whereas paying 15 quid for it. I'd prefer to pay 15 rather than 1992 60 quid.
So all those who don't have the game, get it. And if you want to upgrade to Ultra Edition, you can do for an extra $15.
I would personally, 3 characters and extra costumes, Big Swing and Mickey.
But Charlie Murder looks really, really good. I believe it's similar to games such as Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Charlie Murder. Sorry, it sounds like you were referencing the A-Team.
I was going to purchase that game. It's only been released 4 months ago, so I'm going to actually get that for free. So I'm happy about that.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, by the way, is absolutely an amazing game.
Fucking great. So let's move on to the PlayStation bunch. Zach, being a PSN Plus member there, what games are available for free?
Good stuff. Zach?
I actually don't even know. Kyla really is the one who's on PlayStation Network, so I don't know what's free.
I'll do it then.
Go to your basement.
He just sits in his basement all day staring at the poster. Kind of like Sonic for Hire, but Zack Latour and a poster of Lightning. just sits there staring at it. So Zach, what's on PSN Plus? I'm just staring at my Lightning poster, man. Give me a break. So I'll bring it up. Oliver, are you a PSN Plus member?
Not a Plus member, no, because again, it's too much money for not much extra. You get to play online for free, so why should you pay? I mean, there are some nice perks, but it's far too expensive for what you get.
Exactly. Because and I know it's being retired. Like the original Wii. The original Wii had fucking fantastic online service, and it was free.
Okay, I've looked at the games. Apparently, PS3 games look to be getting NBA 2K14, if you really give a fuck, an indie survival horror game, Lone Survivor. Apparently, they're worth paying for. If you're a PS Vita owner, you get access to Dragon's Crown, which is a great site.
It's like a sex movie.
Hack and slash. And also, basically, if you're a PS4 subscriber as well, you get the Pixie Junk Shooter Ultimate. It's not exactly a stellar lineup on that one, actually. So yeah, for the EU subscribers as well, you'll be getting basically the same deal. So it's same across the board, and also you'll get to play Battlefield 4 for 20 hours absolutely free.
No, hold on. There have been a few good games that have come out, but maybe they're just like dropping the ball here now. I mean, I got Dragon's Dogma for them last year. I think Ashura's Wrath was on there at one point. Quite a few Capcom games. In fact, on the Vita front, what was it called? The game is a lot like Miyazaki's stuff. It's from the makers of Silent Hill. What was it called? I'm looking now.
So,
So what happens then when you play Battlefield 4 and you run out of 20 hours? It just says like, sorry, your job's done.
It asks you to pay the full game.
What a bunch of wankers.
So basically, go from that now. We're going to quickly talk about one last thing, which is Nintendo basically opening up their premium network this month. Nintendo, for those who don't know, have downloaded a game, including the free games that you're getting with the Mario Kart 8 bundle. You get 500 points. For every 500 points that you save, you can actually log into the premium network. If you're a subscriber, you should have the premium subscription if you've purchased a premium pack. So anyone who's purchased a 32GB console would have a premium console, basically, and you can log into this system, which has just been launched today. It's called the Premium Network, and what it is, you basically sign in to, and I'm just bringing it up now,
HTTPS. What she said. Sorry.
/p.nintendo.net/premium. So you exchange 500 points for anything you've purchased on the eShop for £5. I basically managed to make £15 on this, and I can redeem it and use it in the Nintendo eShop for whatever I like. So what do you guys think of this, Zach? What do you think of this? Does this give you more bang for your buck on your Nintendo membership?
Is the wait? So this is just online, like PlayStation, or what?
Basically, any games that you've purchased via their eShop. Nintendo.
Come out of your basement, mate. Come out of your basement.
So anything you purchased via the Nintendo eShop?
No.
So you're not excited about that? You think, yeah?
Yeah, I'm not too sure what this is.
Basically, say like you purchased a Nintendo Premium console. You got the 32GB console, right?
Yeah.
So any games that you've purchased on the eShop, or even the games you got for free from the eShop via the say like Nintendo, you can actually get every game you redeem on. You basically get like say like for instance for me, I recently purchased Adventure Time Explore the Dungeon because I don't know. I got it for absolutely free. I paid £10.24 because I got a £15 voucher from Nintendo, which is redeemed on their site p.nintendo.net/premium/login. And I am now 55 points away from getting another £5 voucher. And these are games that you are that you've basically downloaded via their eShop. So games that you've purchased by their eShop, like for instance, I got DuckTales, or the free game. You know, the free games that you got as part of your Mario Kart 8 bundle?
DuckTales 8?
Yeah.
That game, you get like 500 points on that, and you get a £5 activation code. So what they do is, for every 500 points you get, Nintendo give you £5 to use in their eShop. So, for instance, I got Wonderful 101 and Monster Hunter. Wonderful 101 gave me 236 points. Monster Hunter 3 gave me 420 points, and that gave me 2 vouchers.
Yeah, I've just done mine now and got £10 off for free, so that's a free copy of Fun for me.
There you go. I know a lot of people have done that. From Mario Kart 8, which gave me 420 points, and again, these are free games that I got. I didn't pay for these games, but I got points on them. Mario Kart gave me 46 points. NES Remix, 75 points. And 75 points for Wii Sports Club. And a few other games that I downloaded there. 15 points that I earned for Toki Toki. 100 points I got from DuckTales. 30 points from Art Academy. 113 points for Pokemon Rumble U.
Technically, right now you're a pimp.
Yeah, 58 points from Earthbound. Donkey Kong, 2 points I got from Donkey Kong. 151 points I got from Luigi U. And 2 points from Metroid. So it depends what games you actually get. I bet you, Zach, if you logged in using your Wii U login, you would basically find that you've probably got like $10 or something like that. It's really, really good. Nintendo are giving back. But these are games that you've purchased on the eShop. So if there's anything you've got on the eShop, including your free game, folks, the free game that you get, that's part of the Mario Kart 8 bundle. And as Dave said, I am pretty much a pimp because I got 6 games.
And
the price of one.
It's really good in the sense that I mean, I know Nintendo kind of possibly did it because they realized that they're lagging in sales, but it's so rare and infrequent that a company does something nice. So it was absolutely fucking brilliant that I bought Mario Kart 8, I got my free game, and if I wasn't such a lazy little bastard and scratched my cards off, I could get like a fucking Luigi statue, and it's just I don't want to sound like a bitter old man, but I am. But it's so rare these days that someone gives you something for free.
Yeah, and that's the big thing, guys, as well. Get it for it now, because the thing is, these points are applicable for the 3DS and the Wii U. So if there's a game on the 3DS that you want, all you need to literally do is get your free game from Mario Kart 8, and they give you £5 back as soon as you get your free game.
And you don't get shit like that from fucking anyone.
Yeah, and literally, I've basically calculated how much I've basically.
Could you hear the passion in my voice by the way?
I literally paid from the total value that I got. I paid, I believe it was £50 for my special edition bundle. I got basically, I believe it was around about £80 worth of stuff, including. It meant that I paid £10 per game. So it's awesome. Check it out, guys. Make sure that you do it because it's just like Nintendo are giving you a free game until July, and with that free game, you can claim £5 back just by downloading the free game. £5 back, and for the people in the States, $5 back for downloading a free game. 500 points there. Michael just did it right now. Michael Mossh just did it. Ollie can't do it because he doesn't own a Wii U. Ha ha, Ollie. Zach can do it. Zach,
give it a year's time when all your credit card details are being sold for some reason.
Well, I don't put my card details. You can actually use a Nintendo scratch card.
Whatever it is, this is too good to be true. This is suspiciously good.
It's really, really good. No, but you know what it's doing? It's trying to give people an incentive to use the eShop. That's what it's doing. It's getting people more familiar to use the eShop. And I can understand there is an ulterior motive on this. But still, to download some awesome games like Adventure Time, which usually I would have to pay like 20 or 30 quid in the shops anyway to buy it on disc, I've downloaded it for a very nice price because it was discounted as well of £10.24. So I managed to get it on discount. Arkham Origins is only £12 at the moment in the eShop as well. So you could literally use the lovely point vouchers that you get as part of the deal to buy Arkham Origins, so you don't have to waste your time of actually purchasing it somewhere else. And just so you guys know as well, they're doing the free game promotion, as I kept saying, for Mario Kart 8. So if you buy a copy of Mario Kart 8, register it, you get a free game within the next 48 hours, including Nintendo Land, Super Mario Bros. U, Game & Wario, Pikmin, and Zelda. That's for the US or only, our friends in the US. For the UK as well, we get those four, and there is Sonic the Lost World, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games at Sochi, Wii U Party, I think our US friends get that as well, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate Edition, and Wonderful 101.
I was so torn. I was, Wind Waker, sorry, I've got hiccups again. I was like, no, Monster Hunter or fucking Zelda. Decisions.
But there you go, guys. And guys, is there anything? Should we have a look at the free Steam sales at the moment to see if there's any free games on Steam? And guys, I will basically tote the Humble Bundle. If you've seen Humble Bundle deals, check it out. You get some very top quality games on Steam via their Humble Bundle as well. What was it? For charity, yes, as well. You can donate extra money for charity and bits and pieces like that as well. But you get free games on the Humble Bundle. I'm just having a look at some free-to-play games on Steam, and also some free games. Let me just have a look here. I'm just having a look on site just to end the show, and then what we'll do is we'll move on to plugs. So free games on Steam.
Most of the free games on Steam are MMOs.
Yes. I know currently on the Humble Bundle you can get EVE Online for like £2, but you will have to sign up for a subscription after 20 days. And Zach was actually saying about it, it is one of those games where it does take up your life. PlanetSide 2, which is a first-person shooter, is currently free. And it's basically the weapons and vehicles are available to play from the off. But if you want new weapons and essentials, you will have to pay for them. MOBA is still, Dota 2, the MOBA is still in beta form, so that's free at the moment as well. Dead Island, the new Dead Island game, is free to play at the moment in beta stage.
I want to go to that party out here in the background.
Super Crate Box, which is an arcade game as well, you get that for free. And you get the very nice game Tribes Ascend, which is another first-person shooter. That's free as well. If you want extra weapons, you'll have to pay for them. Lord of the Rings Online, the MMORPG, currently in the beta stages. That's free as well. Realm of the Mad God, which is another MMORPG. It's a pixelated one. It looks actually kind of cool. It's basically great. Now I'm just seeing how free this one is. It's free until they decide to cough up basically any new items that can be bought in-game, gold, and you can throw in a $70 for a pack of gold. So if you need extra gold, you've got to pay for it. Star Trek Online, I'm just going to avoid that like the plague, because my Star Trek...
That's a shit game.
I love that game.
Bollocks!
How free is that game, Ollie?
It's completely free.
Okay, so there you go. If you want to...
There is no charges to it.
But it's so buggy.
It's an MMORPG space online game. You get to captain your own ship and molest blue women.
Molest?
Yeah.
Molest?
It's not molesting if they say yes.
Yeah. That's love-making music right there. Basic game's free, but if you want to get any of the cool stuff in-game, you have to cop up some money or farm like a fucking legend. You get Arm Tech, which is completely free at the moment as well. It's 1v1 mod. It's free as you want it to be, as of course. You can also pay a £30 for some bundles that unlock some extra stuff as well.
Sounds like sex with a hooker.
Team Fortress 2 is currently free as well. And
hang on, sorry. Team Fortress, we're talking Half-Life, yeah? Half-Life.
Team Fortress 2 is absolutely free at the moment, Dave. So if you want to cough it up, get the game.
Been free for a while.
So that's everything from us, guys. So that's the last Steam bundles there, and let's move on to plugs. So Zach, tell us what you've been up to.
Yep. Probably nothing.
Well, can you guys hear me or what?
Yeah, we can hear you. For it, mate.
No? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway, I'll make sure next time that I'm not lagged out. You guys can catch me on youtube.com/gettingyournerdon, and we've been trying to put out videos every week. It's been slow. I just got a new job, so I've been up to my eyeballs in bullshit. And you guys can also find us at the same name, Getting Your Nerd on Facebook, and of course on Retro One Limb and
No Genius.
Yeah, that is it.
No
Genius.
There you go.
NoGenius.com.
Put in all that work, Zach. Put in all that work. So yeah, you can find on NerdGenius.com as well, and the new Complete Gaming. I can't wait to check it out because I was asked to do a few sound bites for that. Is that included in this week's episode?
Yeah. It's not, because I was trying to make an intro for it and it just wasn't coming out right. By the way, I got the funniest clip of you when you say that I'm a closet homosexual. I lost it when that was my favorite part of your video, but it didn't make it into this episode, but it will become soon.
Oh, I couldn't wait. I actually I have the episode on my history, so I'm going to have a look at it in a little bit because I want to check it out, and I'm a huge fan of their channel. Check them out on youtube.com/gettingyournerdon. I never miss an episode, especially with Complete Gaming, 2 Pro Noobs, and also dumpster diving as well with Zach, which is hilarious, even though I say he gets infections. So let's go on to you, Ollie. You got anything for us?
I am not affiliated with any of these reputable companies. I am a lone wolf.
Shame on you.
I would if I'm only new in the game. I'm basically backpacking, piggybacking on Burhan's success. So hopefully I can use him as a springboard and make my own money.
Yeah,
until I do, I will be stalking this radio show.
I like that. That's cool.
Oh, I've also been playing a lot of old emulating games. I downloaded an old NES emulator and just downloading all my games from my childhood.
Who needs a Retron 5 when Ollie can just emulate?
Exactly.
What about you, Mossh?
Well, for me, you can find me over on YouTube at Mossh1512 and on Facebook on the Pixels Without Borders Facebook page.
Dave, go and put your plugs in quickly. We've got a minute left.
Longboy's Post 1975. Sorry, I'm fighting hiccups right now. Yeah, you know, if you like retro games and shit like that, second hiccup. That's a stealth hiccup, by the way. Come and check me out, but don't expect anything of any level of intelligence because, quite frankly, oh fuck.